Hey guys. So, all of us evil Republicans get our news not from the mainstream. Um, I guess there's Fox News. Um, there's some of Fox News I'm okay with, but the rest I have no use for. Like I'd say half of Fox News fits me as a person, but the other half can be flushed down the toilet. Um, and I don't consume it. I really don't. I do not listen. Do not. When was I haven't watched Fox News in forever. Clips make their way online, and I have seen clips that are kind of people extract and they use for other things, and then they incorporate and they take out and piece together and stuff like that. That's Fox News for me. I haven't, bloody hell, I don't even remember. When have I ever watched a Fox News anything? I think Megyn Kelly. The closest I ever got was maybe Megyn Kelly days, and then she decided to go Never Trump. Ben Shapiro and Michelle something or other. A bunch of the Never Trumpers. The only one that survived was Ben. Well, maybe there's others. I don't want to say the only. There's probably others that have changed their mind, have sort of come on board, and I don't think Steven Crowder was ever, never Trumper. I don't think he was ever there. I think it was not his pick, but he, immediately as soon as he got the nomination, he got behind him. I think, I'm not certain. But like I said, Ben Shapiro was literally a never Trumper, probably still is. Now he's probably calmed down. He realizes that, you can't really be a Republican and not get behind a Republican, president. And maybe actions speak louder than words. Maybe, I don't know where he's at. I don't do neocon. Like when a neocon is not talking about making the government bigger and giving all of their young men and money to Israel, I generally agree with them. Just if you take a neocon and subtract Israel and all the Jew stuff and the big, like the wars for Israel, just take all that, clump that all together and take that away from the neocon. Hey, the neocon and I will get along great. I don't care if you're Jewish or not. I don't care what you do in your free time. Don't care about the Jew thing at all. But the fucking Israel, let's come on. Come on. Really? Are we going to keep playing this game? The state of Israel granted to them after World War II out of guilt. Um, I think it's the only time the United Kingdom, the UK, gave land away. Literally, the British flags came down, and then the uh, Israel's flag, the Jewish flag, went up, just on a handshake. Now, why that happened? I got I think it had something to do with getting um, America into World War II, getting them into it. Basically, I think that what's his name? Not Rockefeller, Rothschild. Rothschild went to Churchill, or Churchill went, yeah, no, the other way around. Rothschild went to Churchill and said, "I'll get America in the war if you uh, give us Israel." That's my tinfoil hat talking. Okay, don't take it too seriously. But I thought it might be fun to oh God, fucking, this Donna Brazil and fucking. Um, what's her name? Low IQ Maxine Waters. I don't know if this one is just as bad. Anyway, I thought we'd go through one of the other. Are they? Is this a neocon outlet? Yes, it is pretty neocon. But again, this is supposed to pass for mainstream conservatism. It's like, achoo! They literally. Listen, I'm going to say some words, and I literally mean what I'm about to say. There's a cabal that is saying it's okay for you to be a conservative as long as you're a neocon. Jew. Hey, dear Jew. And, like all of the media, all places, you're either on the left, you can be as far left as you fucking want to be, or if you are on the right, you better be a neocon. Now, some of my Jews are libertarian, and actually, if you go to my website, um, first of all, you can't like this. Dave Smith, it's there and it's permanently there. It's always there. Um, Part of the problem, Dave Smith, he's a Jew, so don't fucking call me anti-Semitic. The fact that I can point out groups and I can identify things that some groups do. There's always exceptions. There's lots of exceptions. Most Jews don't give a fuck. Most, whatever. But to say that there isn't fucking, Jews run the media or this fucking Israel thing was a big goddamn mistake. It was dumb. Plop yourself in the middle of your mortal enemies and then just get America to fight them off and destroy your neighbors and fight them off for fucking ever. Yeah, that was a dumb idea, right? Is anybody going to start calling it what it is? Dumb. Oh, but it says in the Bible that once the Jews move back to Israel, then the Messiah is going to come. And then we're going to be the chosen people, and then all this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Oh, my God. If that's the motivation, holy... hey, I'm a pro-Christian atheist, and I get it that the Christian religion and the Jewish religion share some similarities, but so does Jews and Islam. Technically, Islam is under the same umbrella, right? They all believe in the same one God, Jehovah. That one, they all believe in the same one. It's just one had Jesus come down. One is still, waiting for the Jews to take Israel and for the Messiah to come. And then the other one said the Muhammad came down and did all the things. And actually, there's many other subcategories of religion, of the Christian, I don't know. They say the Abrahamic religion. I think that's how you call it. But anyway. So, I don't like to follow too closely to extreme politics, individual, I mean, she's got a bank account, she's paid to do this, right? It's like, whether it's real or not, it kind of doesn't matter. But I mean, these black women that are just fucking, black everything, or anything that is just all left, single, it's like, single women, people in need, ugly people, fat people, disabled people, all of those people just want the fucking government to be as big as it could possibly can so that they can get their piece. And then you hope that the government's going to be nice, which, by the way, they're not. You'd be much better if you were downtrodden. You would be much better off if you were super poor and homeless and all this shit. You would be much better off with no government at all. So this fucking making the government infinitely big, like all these fucking lefties, just the government should pay for everything, all the schools and all the hospitals, just pay for everything. It's everything, yay, everything. And And then you get fucking China. And it's already on the verge of collapse. They're already paying way too much. They can't afford what they got. And it's the same thing with everywhere else. You need a massive amount of capitalism to pay for your socialism. And, that everybody's been running a deficit for a long time. A long time. And you think that if everybody goes China or Russia or Venezuela, if we go that way, then we're gonna. Why is it that you always like, oh yeah, socialism and communism is great? It's just all of those countries that have tried it, they just didn't do it right. They all flopped. They all failed. They're all poor motherfuckers. They're all starving in the streets. Machete attacks took off their heads. Whatever. Like, how can you advocate for that? Leftists are so dumb. It's like they watched CNN once and they got all their talking points from there, and then it's just everybody who didn't believe in that one CNN program that everybody watched, and they just decided to agree. It's like, can you not think for yourself? Are you really that dumb? No, but see, and this is the other side of the equation. Okay, I'm going to say this. Leftists are either stupid or evil. Now, if you're, like, if you know that this is going to bury everything, this is going to plunge everybody into poverty, and and it's going to be killing fields and fucking gulags and all the rest, re-education camps. And if you understand all those things really well, and you're okay with those things, then that makes you one of the evil ones, right? Like, I cannot not no zero chance that I think that Bernie is just stupid. No, he understands that this is kind of like the worldwide communism. All let's plunge America into communism. These fucking dummies. But we have to be honest. Somebody said somewhere, I've never seen it, that 7 out of 10 communists, like if you were to if you were going to boil down communism into 10 pieces, 10 bullet points, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, TEN, that America has already ticked off 7 of them. 7 of them. And they just want more. It's like they want all 10. All fucking 10. And for somebody to disagree with me, for somebody to come and say, oh, you're just such a terrible human being, you're so racist and sexist and homophobic, the government should just own everything, and then it's just going to be so much nicer that, well, we've seen that everywhere. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, see, I have a lot of debt, and I'm ugly, and nobody wants to have sex with me, so I believe in equality. Okay, well, at least you're being honest. But, some of these, like that one, Maxine Waters and Joy Behar from, she's just got such an evil hatred. Like, she's been a disgusting human activist, a black kind of this black thing. There's a special kind of evil in some of these, it's like they know that what they're doing is causing shit, and they don't care. That's what they want. It's just like they're just gonna gobbledygook all the bullshit, all the fucking fight, everything, everywhere, and just lie and cheat and steal, and just to fucking burn it all down. And, we've seen this kind of black, the mouths of black faces moving. We've seen this sort of thing numerous times throughout history. It's just, somebody just starts to spout the hate and the hate and the spout and the spout and the hate and the hate and the hate grows and the hate grows and the hate builds and the anger and the hatred and the anger and the hatred and anger, and it just builds and builds and builds, and then they just go choppity chop all over the place. Choppity chop, 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 chop. Rwanda, bar murders, genocides, We all know what this builds to, but there's just some black folks that just love they fucking feed. Oh, give me the fucking hatred, hatred, hate this one, hate that one. Oh, that hatred, hatred, just anger and hatred and hatred and oh, what, but. Now, I don't want to do this, and I shouldn't be. I'm getting off topic, like I always do. But oh shit. Breitbart. Okay. So unfortunately, you have to pass over the front page. Usually, when I got a shortcut right there. There's my, and this one is, by the way, Zero Hedge. And then these ones are just multimedia things, basically. Your IMDb and Box Office Pro and all that. Keeping an eye on Hollywood, because that's, I don't know what to do, folks. You got a communist, you got multiple communists. Like every single person on that Democratic stage, oh, they vote for one thing: more, 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 more. And then you got the honesty of, the stupid honesty of AOC that says, yeah, we're just going full communism. And then, yeah, Bernie and me, we're just gonna full communism, full socialism. She has no fucking idea. She's a brain dead fucking moron that some communist filled her head full of stupid. And now she's just a talking fucking fuck stick of fucking the hammer and sickle. And people take her seriously. Like, sometimes I think that giving people a stage like that, you honestly want to give people a platform, especially when they're really stupid. Give them a platform, give them a microphone, give them a megaphone, so that they can spew out all their really stupid ideas, so everybody else can go, oh wow, she's really, like the CNNs have been yipping and yapping about Russia for like 3 years, and now she wants to go communist just like them. Oh geez. Maybe I should think twice about my life. Maybe I'm a dumbass. So, Donna Brazil, go to hell over RNC's McDaniel over suggestion of brokered Democrat convention. Oh yeah, she's the leader of the Democrat, whatever. Russian. Alleges Russian. Oh, Russian. Yeah, Russian. Yeah. The reason why we don't like Russia, by the way, is the communism. You communist. But like I said, like these scumbags, they're just like, I don't know how you get this evil, but honestly, I do think that in order to do the politics, you have to be evil. You're probably behind the scenes, you're going to your satanic rituals, and you're cutting little babies up for dinner. Like, it's like, I now I get it. There's a lot of people around that are really stupid. Okay? You can just talk to somebody and you go, wow, you are really fucking dumb. I'm shocked that, you were able to figure out how to tie your shoes this morning. That was fucking dumb. But, so there's dumb everywhere, but let's be honest, let's keep them digging ditches, right? They shouldn't be fucking running, the party of, you know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is, like, somebody in her position shouldn't be dumb. So the only other answer is evil. Once you understand politics, and you understand, once you understand, like, there's a whole world out there, you could leave your stupid little bubble and go out there and learn it. Don't fucking, every single time you run into somebody like me that calls you stupid, I'm supposed to explain the whole thing. I'm supposed to explain the left and the right paradigm and authoritarianism and totalitarianism, and I'm supposed to explain to you what communism is and and the difference between the communists and the fucking Nazis. I'm supposed to go through that whole thing because you don't understand when I say leftists are stupid or evil. Am I supposed to like go through the fucking gulags and the firing squads and everything else? Am I supposed to have? Do I have to do that every single time, or should you put your big boy pants on and go out there and learn it for yourself? Go out there and learn what things mean on your own. Listen to all of the perspectives, every single one of them. And I've listened to the Nazis, I've listened to the communists, I've absolutely listened to them all. I've listened to all of the debates, all of the arguments on both sides. I've listened to it all. And that's why I'm a libertarian. This whole shit show called politics, it's all garbage. It's all a waste of time and energy, money. It's a waste of everything. It's a waste of human capital. It's a waste of potential. It's a waste of time, money, energy. It's a waste of everything. And it's just so that, people can sit on top and say, I'm better than you. All I have to do is make a phone call and you're dead. Seriously, I'm not joking. Because they could. They could, find out one of the crimes that I committed 12 years ago and then come to arrest me and then I say no and then they kill me. I'm serious. It's that easy. Also, that your Queen Elizabeth can sit in her castle and get her butt wiped by some lackey after she takes a poop because she's too good to wipe her butt. Um, Now, but like this, like I don't know. Is there anything? Do you think that there's anything behind those eyes, or is that just an empty shell? I've been doing this my entire life. They removed my brain and replaced it with a robot, and yeah. Well, honestly, right? I think it's probably like anything else. If you've spent your life as a Scientologist, like Leah Remini on Joe Rogan, which, by the way, I don't like Joe Rogan, but you know, once in a blue moon, like I used to listen to him. Like I said, you get perspectives from all sides, and now he's like the good boy. I'm a good boy communist now. I'm the good boy communist. I'm a nice guy communist. Let's just gonna paint ourselves as like pot smoking, like nice guy little communists. I'm a nice guy communist. I'm gonna support Bernie Sanders because he's a nice guy communist too. Um, like once you're in the cult for a long enough period of time, whatever it is, like it could be yeah, it doesn't matter what it is, but especially when I don't know. There's just so. And by the way, you can go into stupid ass cults anywhere. There's a million ass stupid ass cults you could join right now. You got the one that is um, telling you to drink turpentine. My cat's gonna puke. My cat just puked. That's why I put towels for them to sleep on the frickin' sofa. So they puke on the towel so I can just grab it and then throw it in the laundry. By the way, that little thing down there in the corner that you're looking at, that is Little House on the Prairie. The box set, that is, like this isn't gonna work, but I'm just gonna show you what it all is. Oh, why is it not doing it? Oh, it did do it. I don't know what's going on with the streamy thing. I don't understand streaming yet perfectly. Let me Oh yeah, so there. It's I guess a huge massive delay. But anyway. So yeah, that's what that is. It's just like a box set that had the Little House on the Prairie DVD set in it. It's the only media that I own. That's it. There's this and nothing else. So it came in a box that looked like um, the house of Little House on the Prairie. So that's what you're looking at. Best TV show ever made. Little House on the Prairie. Oh, but you're not even a Christian, Gary. Shut up. Shut up! So, yeah, like, but, I guess Christianity is kind of one of those things. If you have other people around you that say, you can't prove the existence of God and blah, 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 right? All the atheist talking points, right? And then you just go away and say, well, I'm going to believe it anyway. Just because I don't care what you have to say. I guess that's the same thing as this sort of blind obedience to fucking communism. But doesn't she look like really empty-headed there? Doesn't she look like there's nothing going on behind those eyes? Isn't she a corrupt cunt as well? But they all are. You think that your friendly neighborhood POC is not corrupt? You're joking, right? And corruption happens everywhere all the time. It's just the level, right? When you go to work at your McDonald's, your buddy grabbed a French fry and stuck it in his mouth, ate it, right? And you don't rat him out. That's corruption. Literally is. Oh, to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that McDonald's would have some rule that you're not allowed to eat French fries while you're working. I have a funny feeling. Like I said, I don't know for a fact, but I'm sure that that's probably the thing. And yeah, I don't even know if you. I think I believe. Oof, I'm going to tell you how long ago this was. A girlfriend. I came out when I was 20. That's 37 years ago. So anyway, no, sorry, 27 years ago. So when I was dating this girl that worked at McDonald's, so this is like 30 years ago, 35 years ago, long time ago. I think she only got 50% off. So I don't know if it's still true or not or what. Um, but yeah, like that's corruption. Technically, that's corruption. Corruption comes from, like we say that corruption at the top is worse because it's bigger. And okay, but if you steal half of somebody's money, does it matter if it's $1 or $1 million? You could say, well, and you can justify whatever, but it was still theirs, you know. Now, corruption when it comes time to politics, when you're doing corruption with other people's stolen money, this is why I hate politics so much. If you're not a libertarian, you're wrong. Let me say this nice and clear. If you're not a libertarian, your politics are wrong. Guaranteed. 100%. I have no problem saying that. Now, you have everything working against you, including the welfare moms, right? They want bigger government. They want all the government. Bigger, 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 bigger government, right? Because, everybody on welfare wants bigger government. Give more of your money to the government so I can have more. So it's not just the politicians. It's also all of the people that give power to the politicians. Now, there's all sorts of dumbass excuses about not being, yeah, but what about the roads? Yeah, what happens if China wants to invade America, and this and that and that and this and this and that and so on. All of those questions have been answered. Mises. 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 Okay? Go there, and it will answer all your questions. Mises.org. Everything, all your questions, just sit here, go search. Oh, black bottom. Anyway. Um, yeah, all your questions can be answered. All you got to do is look. And once again, if you're not pro-freedom, then you're pro-slavery. Stop virtue signaling when you are pro-slavery. Well, we have to have the police. Yes, but they can be private. Oh, that's not going to work. What about all the monopolies that a couple of rich people are... No. The reason why there's monopolies and there's biggity big rich people is because they are in the pockets of the governments and the governments are in the pockets of them. It's a mutual agreed monopoly of power and staying on top. It's power on power on power on power on power. Remove the source of power. Give everybody freedom, complete freedom, 100% freedom. And by the way, America has been carrying planet Earth for a long time. Listen, let's do a little bit of history lesson. Now, as shitty as America is, and trust me, it's shitty. It is shitty. What it does in other countries and how it manipulates and how it's still kind of right wing. It is the right wing of Earth. And the biggity big 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 cashola equals power. And now, granted, they're going to go bankrupt soon. But they pushed the USSR back. They tried to push China back. They tried to push Korea back. They have been a force. Now, there's nothing that gets between them in a good war with Israel's neighbors, but they are a beacon of capitalism and individualism and so on. When the rest of the world is just plunging themselves into fucking collectivism and communism and socialism and bullshit. And America kind of has, kind of pushed, has been, maybe they were the beacon, but they're slowly being chewed away. They're being chewed away. And I have a feeling that one of the reasons why they were able to do it, and just like me up here in Canada, we're the same, by the way, shut up. We're the same. America and Canada, the same fucking people, same fucking thing. It's just colder up here. We're all from Britain. Shut up. We're the same. But, oh jeez. Now my glasses are all foggy. Hold on. So think about what happens to planet Earth if the United States of America goes communism or socialism. Do you have any idea how that's going to affect your favorite black people in Nigeria or Cambodia or wherever else? You haven't seen poverty. I have. My guesstimate would be, I don't know, depression levels of poverty, starvation, worldwide starvation. Not for the ruling elite, though. Of course, they're going to have big fat bellies, but not you. You don't you think it's can you think it's bad in whatever's going on inside of your dumbass brain? You think it's bad? Trust me, it can get a lot worse. When the economic engine of America, and like these commie retards, like they're literally just coming out. Yeah, I'm a socialist. I'm a fucking communist. My name is Bernie Sanders, and I look at all my Bernie bros, and they're all communists. Every single last, well, except for a couple of the dummies that haven't figured out that we're doing the communism thing over here. Do you know how fucking bad the entire Earth is going to be plunged into poverty? Whatever, right? But you're just gonna keep doing the SJ. See, I just want to be people to be nicer to trannies. That's why I'm an SJW. I just want people to feel comfortable putting their pee-pee wherever they want to put their pee-pee. And they can even cut it off if they want. I'm just a nice guy. Okay. Whatever. It is kind of nice that they're getting a little bit of pushback from the left because like I said, once you delete American prosperity, like communism deletes prosperity, all of the other countries that rely on creating goods and shipping them to America for Americans to fucking flush down the toilet. Like, look at all your fucking collectibles and all your bullshit, all of this shit that you have, all of the unnecessary shit, all of that fucking your little figurines or your fucking whatevers that you see in the background of people's videos. Now I'm kind of the entertainment one, so they're books and videos and DVDs and this and that and masks and because I'm a horror guy. But all of those fucking plasticky toys and movies and whatevers, that creates jobs for people somewhere. So when you get poor, when you go to shit, like all socialist and communist countries go to shit, what little those other countries have, because they were working for $1 a day or whatever the fuck, right? Now they don't even have that because you can't afford to buy a new Michael Myers mask, or you can't afford to buy the new Disney movie on Blu-ray. And all of these Hollywood types that think it's just going to be also snazzy once the communism comes in, once they get Bernie Bros, running Hollywood, the Barbra Streisand just can't get herself. Okay, so we're going to get into the topic soon. Um, what kind of life do you think it? Like you got a lot of work out of Africa there, did you? Babs, Babby girl. Did you get a lot of work out of Africa or Venezuela? Did a lot of your money come from those places? I wonder if these, they don't care. They got enough money. They'll be fine. But it's like it's like the thing, right? It's like you climb to the top, right? You climb to the top of your house. You put a ladder up against your house, and then you climb to the top. And then you turn around and you see other people trying to climb up, like other actors or people that are, running movie theaters or, running record stores or anything like that. But no, they're already at the top and they're going to be there forever, right? So they turn around and kick that ladder out from behind them so that they're the only ones up there. And the ladder is the ability to climb. The ladder equals the ability to, achieve what you did. But no, these rich son of a bitches are like, no, let's do the communism, let's do the socialism. Kick the ladder out from behind them. They climbed up to the top, now it doesn't matter. Or at least they don't think it matters. By the way, all of your money, 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 that can all go away real quick. Just ask Venezuela about their currency. All of those zeros that you have in the bank, that might not even buy you a roll of toilet paper if things get bad enough. So you'll withdraw all of that money from your bank account, and then you'll buy some toilet. Well, I'm sure that maybe some of the see, they've always used Hollywood as a propaganda tool. It's been very well known that the communists would rather have a celebrity on board than a politician, because a celebrity reaches more people and they're actually more convincing because people tend to worship these things. Oh my goodness, Barbra Streisand is just the best thing ever. I'm sure that everything that ever comes out of her mouth is just golden. That's why the communists like the celebrity. Hollywood has always been a propaganda tool um, for bigger government, evil governments. But in all reality, just take a look at your frickin' any communist anything, any socialism anywhere. Yeah, sure, you have your celebrities that go out there and do the talking points, but you don't fucking step out of line. You think you got creativity? You don't have any freedom. Yes, you could be a talking head, like just China. You're a celebrity, a super mega rich celebrity in China. You're Chinese, you're doing the China, all the celebrity everything. And you got all the money. You got a bunch of cash. Big, nice, all the things, right? You say you could literally, in one swoop, and it happens all the time. I've seen it happen. In one swoop, say something incorrect, and then you're done. Because the Communist Party just presses delete on their little thing. This person is no longer a celebrity. This person is blacklisted. You're not allowed to hire them. You're not allowed to this. You're not allowed. No, 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 no. Because the Communist Party presses delete on their career, canceling them. Guess what? We're getting cancel culture over here too. So it's just, and you would think that being a rich celebrity would have afforded you the time to actually, um, to study. If you're gonna yip and yap about politics, you'd think you would learn and do. Now, there is a lot of pressure in Hollywood. If you don't have our opinions, then you need to shut up. Okay, that's true. Now, what is it? The Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Hemsworth. Um, he's a Christian, and he wore a freedom. Listen to my word, freedom. Now, by the way, I know what the word freedom means, and chances are you have no fucking clue what you're talking about when you talk about freedom. You have no idea what it means. It's been a word that has been um, swallowed by government and chewed up and spit out and diarrhea all over the fucking place. Nobody, like, oh yeah, we're bringing peace and we're bringing freedom to the Middle East with our bombs. You have no fucking clue what a fucking freedom is. So you need to shut up. Go learn what Mises, I already showed you. Right over here. Go there, learn all what you need to learn. This is the world's biggest and best libertarian source of information and everything. Every single question that you have can be answered. Everything is all here in one spot. If you want to learn what freedom truly is and all the freedom, everything, and there's other spots too. This is just the biggest and the best one. On my website, I point you to a Jew. Another, by the way, Ludwig von Mises is a Jew. Um, and here, Dave Smith, part of the problem, right? Great. He's funny and he's kind of easy on the eyes. So he's funny and interesting, and he kind of just takes you through. Just listen to that for a while. You'll be good to go. But like I said, you would think that these people would actually not be evil, but again, like maybe there's like this behind the scenes satanic baby fucking, baby eating, chopping cults that all of these, maybe that's what keeps them evil. It's like you're sitting there on top, you got all of the ability, but maybe once you reach a certain age, you either subscribe to the cult or they destroy you. And by the way, yes, I think most of these people that get destroyed are destroyed for a reason. Like, it's not nice being up there. Look at Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey. I mean, there's lots of ways and reasons for you to be destroyed. Once, just because you're at the tippity top, how about the Saudi royal family? They just went through a culling. They killed a bunch of their family members because they didn't want the competition. They wanted to make sure that the family direction and the kings and the queens, Princess Diana. Yes, I think that was an inside job. Um, all sorts of royal families. Like, look, all sorts of leaders get assassinated. No, yes, I do think that um, Kennedy was assassinated. Not by the guy that they blamed. His government. I think that 9/11 was an inside job. So I guess maybe some people got a phone call and they were told not to go to work that day, but a lot of people didn't. And that was a lot of money people, right? I'm sure that if you had a job in those towers, you were, somewhat important anyway. Well, there's secretaries up there and stuff too, interns, but I don't know. Maybe all of the executives got a phone call that day. We're gonna have a meeting over there in China today. Yeah, I can't. I'm not. I'm just gonna go into the office. I'm gonna skip this. No, you're not. You're gonna come to China and have a meeting with us. But I don't want. Yes, you do, and we're sending people over there to pick you up right now. And then the bombs hit, and you go, oh well, thank goodness. Wait a second. Was this a conspiracy to keep me alive? Alive. Keep you alive. Um, but you would think that with some extra time on your hands, you could just sit and learn, maybe read some books and go, well, what is better, freedom or something? Like anybody that, like, if you see, as soon as you realize that government is slavery, because like half of your shit goes to them, you're working for them. It's like all your money, all of your energy and efforts go to them. Once you understand that, you would think, well, I can't be an advocate for slavery. I have to be I have to go in the opposite direction because you know how yippity yappity everybody gets about the white on black slavery in America. They forget about all the other stuff, but they will just zoom in, put the blinders on, and focus in on that slavery, right? You would think that as much as they don't like it, that you would be able to you would move down the roads of intelligence, and then you would realize. And if you do move down the roads of intelligence and you come to that realization or understanding, or it could be just like what is it? Anthony Hopkins said, actors are stupid. That's a possibility because they just kind of float around and float, bounce on dick after dick after dick, and just pretend for a living. It's not hard work. It's just kind of like low fee artists, but with a lot of money, I guess. Um, Floating around through life, divorcing everyone and fucking everyone and just. But um, you would think that you would stumble across the correct, that slavery was bad, and government equals slavery, so government must be bad, so that means I'm a libertarian, and all of this stuff going on around me. Oh wow, look at. In order to propagate this, they needed all the schools and all the TV and all of the Hollywood and like, and even then, with all of that stuff, they can only convince half of the people in the country to be stupid. And then you realize that you're part of it, but you're not going to change. Nope, 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 nope. Because you're either stupid or you've realized it and you go, well, yeah, I guess I am a slave owner. I am a slave pusher. I am an evil bastard, like Gary, on that internet channel that nobody watches. Um, is there anybody watching? I don't know. It says one, but I think that's always me. Um, Nobody's commenting. Here, I'll comment on my own video. By the way, I changed my okay, I have to. Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. I don't know how to pause videos and resume them, so I'm just gonna keep them going. Maybe I should look that up, but not right now. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, Barbara Streisand, America could be extinguished if Trump is reelected. This is more alarmism, right? Now, is there anything? Is this just you said something stupid and then you're gonna crawl back into your mansion and just crawl out and say something stupid and run away again? Trump is racist. Why? I gotta go now. Bye. See ya. Every morning I wake up holding my breath while I turn on the phone to see the latest news. So these people are really invested, eh? I think to myself, it can't be worse than yesterday. But when the news loads, I think, oh, yes, it is worse. I've been handling these emerging contagions for about 20 years now, and I have to tell you, um, I've never seen one handled better. Contagions. Oh, is she praising frickin' China, the communists? Oh, no. See, actually, sometimes they just come out and say it. Like in Kong, Skull Island, they just came out and said it. Yeah, yeah, we're communists. Communism is better than, like, usually it's kind of subtle, like in The Last Jedi, where they go to the casino planet and it's like all those people that like money are bad. They're capitalists and they're bad. I'm surprised there's probably in a blooper reel or something. Um, Ryan Johnson is behind the scenes with this hammer and sickle flag, and it's just with maybe the R2 helmet on or something, or the C3PO helmet on, and just running around doing a little jig. Yeah, we're communists. I've been since 2016. We've been dragged down into the mud of Trump's swamp. Trump derangement syndrome. Like, okay, so how do you know that you're a cunt, a fucking loser, stupid ass, dumb ass shit? What did the right wing do when they lose? Were they fucking like talking about? Were they doing all of the fucking death memes about Obama? Show me the right winger that was, wishing death upon Barack Obama. Show it to me. I've never seen one. These are loser, disgusting, commie pigs that worship death. And Trump, I don't know if it was just time. America has gone so far left. They've just fallen off. They're starting to fall off the cliff, and they will be a commie country soon. I don't know. Maybe it's just conservatives has been just sitting back and letting trying to be nice. Please don't kill your babies. Please. We like just kind of be nice. Be kind of do nothing bitches, as Ronda Rousey would say. That's by the way, all of the people that Conservative Inc. kicks out. These are that's one of their biggest gripes is that conservatives are conserving nothing. The biggest joke about your fucking conservatives couldn't even conserve their daughter's bathroom because now there's guys in there. Conservatives are so fucking useless they couldn't even conserve their own daughter's bathroom. That's how conservative the conservatives are. And I don't doubt that they're conservative on the outside and commie on the inside. A bunch of them. I'm sure they are. They just, put on the suit and tie and the correct colored tie. I forget which. See, America and Canada are opposite. And by the way, America is the one that changed that up. Everywhere on planet Earth, the colors were correct or were one way. Red equals liberal, commie, lefty, and blue equals freedom, conservative, all of that kind of stuff. That was everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. But there was somebody in America that changed it. Now, the story goes, I don't know if it's real or not. My tinfoil hat tells me it's probably a lie. But just somebody thought that the colors looked better the other way. An important person who was doing the newspaper or something along those lines. And then literally the entire country just, went on board. You know, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. And I don't know what the significance of changing the colors would be. But I do know this. that if true, well, whatever. It's just America's need to I don't know. We got to be different over here. We got to do some things that are different than the other English people, the other English countries. So we're just gonna, we're just gonna change a couple of things up here and a couple of things up there, but we're never gonna do the metric thing. Don't you suggest metric because that's just gonna hurt. But everything else, like oh, and the language too. We don't like the letter U, so we're gonna delete the letter U in all these words, and we're just gonna take the letter U out, and then we're gonna call it the American language. Hey, guy, that's stupid. You know that? It's just going to create a bunch of. Yeah, we don't care. We're just going to do it because now we've got an American language. And if you don't speak American, then you're wrong. So we deleted all the U's. Okay. Make it so, you useless fucking leader tard. My legacy is I deleted the U from the American English language. Oh, God. Good for you. Congratulations, you dumbass. Anyway, I was gonna search out who did that, but anyway, so your standard Trump derangement syndrome, your standard freaking Hollywood celebrity coming out and is like, oh my God, Trump is still in office. Oh my God, the world is gonna end. And but see, here's the thing: is I can criticize Trump all day long, and I will. I can, and all conservatives can and do. But we don't do this. These lefty fucking retards do it in a way that is beyond imagining. There's zero brain cells going over here on the left. It's all evil, slavery, stupid, fucking mental gobbledygook. And it's like somebody said once that just because you're good at like the guy who plays football or the girl who sings or whatever it happens to be, you're really, 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 really good at something, right? Maybe even the world's best. And because you're really good at that one thing, everybody thinks that you're a genius and that you're good at everything. And that's the problem with celebrity, is just because you're good at one thing, singing or dancing or directing or something, whatever it happens to be, which, by the way, I don't know the state of fucking everything getting pumped out of Hollywood. They seem to be quite the shit show. Garbage. But I digress. They appear to be they appear to others as if they're good at everything. People, oh, like she can sing really, really great. So let's talk to her about brain surgery. She's really good at singing, so she's been all around the world, from hotel to hotel, living in a little bubble behind a wall of men with guns. Let's talk to her about what the country needs, because her lived experience is reflective. She's just so smart. She's just so smart. We should take her advice on everything. And it's the same thing when you jam a fucking microphone under some sports celebrity. You jam it in his face. What do you think of the upcoming election? It's the same thing. And they're used and propagated, and they're kind of, it's insisted that they fucking have to, answer all these fucking other questions. But I guess it's like your average Joe Schmo. But like I said, there's a guy, an ex-KGB, that's a Russian secret service. He came out and he told us everything that we needed to know. And just nobody's listening. Or some people are listening. But one of the things that he said is the communists would rather have a celebrity under their wing than a politician because they actually have more weight and they spread further. And they're really dumb. I mean, I don't know. And by the way, I think I was talking about the celebrities like in communist China. Yeah, you say, I think I already mentioned this, but I'll just quickly say it again because I brought it up. Yeah, you say one thing wrong and there you're done. You're out. So like these people with their freedom of speech, right? Get to say all the fucking dumb shit in the world. Once they get what they're actually wishing for. See, this is why I say leftists always lose. Because if they don't get it, then they just, flop themselves down on the ground like a fucking kid in a candy store, throwing a temper tantrum. That's what these fucking lefties are. They're all like, oh my god, Trump is such a Nazi. It's just this endless stream of fucking stupid. Just fucking turn on CNN. Fucking endless stream of stupid. But, um, it's, so if they don't get what they want, they're not happy. But if they get what they want, oh, trust me, it takes about 5, maybe 10 years, maybe a single generation if you're lucky. A single generation for the prosperity to completely go away. And then it's fighting for food, and then it's corruption, and then it's like having to bribe people for a loaf of bread, and then it's trying to go to a country to sell your pussy for some milk. I mean, literally, turn yourself into a prostitute so you can feed your kids, and then fucking you complain, so then the police are at your door, and then you get escorted out to in the middle of nowhere, and now you're never heard from again, and just like all of the shit, right? So these, but maybe these celebrities think that they're above it. Like once the communists actually roll into, or they're just too stupid. Once the communists roll into town because I helped them get there, I'm gonna be. But like I said, even if you are, like once you're at that, you know, they have no problem eating each other up. And by the way, there's nothing liberal about communism. That gay pride parade and you sticking your dicks all over the place, all of that stuff goes away. That disappears. There's no, being nice to the other races and all that kind of stuff. No, no, no. There's no women's liberation. There's none of that. Once you get your true commie, because yeah, you're playing nice guy commie, like the guy at the tippity top is going to be super nice. He's going to be a super nice socialist. That's what you got inside of your head. But what has actually happened is you've just given that person all the power to do whatever the fuck they want. And then they go crazy, then they go nuts, and then they go power hungry. And then they get paranoid. Then they get paranoid because they want to maintain their power, so then they start killing the people around them. Yeah, the inner circle is oftentimes the dead are the dead ones. Just look at the Clinton kill list. I mean, suicide. All the people that were connected to the Clintons and got suicided. Oops. Oopsie. Even, Spencer. Like that Prince. Or, sorry, not Spencer. Kevin Spacey. He's getting quite the, three of his accusers have come up non-living in the last little while? 3 of them in the last year or so? Something like that? So, getting up there and being part of this evil, grossness, it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's pretty nasty up there. You know? I think one of the worst things I ever heard was this one guy. He was talking about the organ harvesting. And by the way, if you want to find out what China is really, or the communism is really about, there's One Child Nation. It's a documentary by a Chinese girl. You should be thinking it's stunning and brave, but anyway, she goes through the one child policy and what it really means and what it really meant. And once you, what I will say is this: is spoiler alert. The one child policy in China isn't women all kind of collectively getting together. Oh, I had my baby now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the hospital and they're gonna sterilize me. No, 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 no. Sure, that sometimes happened, but it was spying and killing kids and forced abortions and spying and um, ratting out family members, and it's disgusting. In order to enforce that, the level of gross, disgusting, murderous, torturous vileness. It's not just like a bunch of women voluntarily just, oh, we had our one child, now it's time to go get my tubes tied. No, 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 no. What it's actually about is fucking, ripping your baby away from you and then just making it not live anymore. Because that's your second baby. And all sorts of nastiness. Fucking, your cousin fucking is pregnant, with their second kid, and so you go tell on her, and now the family hates her. Everybody in the family hates each other, and just nasty, nasty, really gross. But yeah, I forget where I was going. But yeah, the communism is, like you give people power. You give them power for everything, and you tell them that they have to run everything. By the way, see, that's another problem, right? You tell the communist government that they have to run everything. They equal run everything. Every business, everything, 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 everything. The government runs everything. This Communist Party runs everything. So, what happens when you need everybody to kiss your ass and you keep fucking up? Because you're gonna fuck up. This business, no, that this and that and that and this and this and that. Things are gonna go wrong. Well, once you understand, but they can't take responsibility, right? The Communist Party is not going to, they're gonna blame. Blame, 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 just blame random people sometimes. And that happens a lot too. Like when you're up against the wall and facing the firing squad, a lot of times your death is just random. And that's, like, sure, the Communist Party will try to blame this and try to blame that, and that they'll get rid, they have to absolve, because they can't take blame, because they're God's gift to mankind. They're the best things, they're going to do everything. Absolutely everything. So if anything goes wrong, they just have to find people to blame. Because they can't take responsibility, right? Because this part of the power thing. And just random blaming people, well, that's gross and evil. That's really gross and really evil. Anyway. Now, so yeah, so you wonder, with all the money in the world, you can't fucking buy a book and read up on freedom, you dumb bitch. But I'm a good singer. I get to be a dumb bitch because people spend $25,000 for a front row seat to my concert. Okay. But they're all the same, right? I wish I could just kind of scroll through, like my blog. You can just kind of click next. Report: Rosie O'Donnell helping Michael Cohen with a tell-all book on Trump. Isn't Michael Cohen? Isn't he one of those scumbags? That lawyer scumbag person that kind of got kicked to the curb or something. I remember that name. It used to be Trump's lawyer or something. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, everybody loves to hear from Rosie O'Donnell. I'll tell you. Sometimes it is a good idea to, I think the way Trump has, taken some of the seriousness away from fucking politics, it's beautiful. Really is beautiful, and I should probably do it more myself. Um, when Megyn Kelly was on, and Trump was on stage, and Megyn Kelly said that um, you've called women fat, disgusting cows, and fat pigs and fat, disgusting cows. And then Trump interrupted her and said, "Only Rosie O'Donnell, only Rosie O'Donnell." I lost it, and it's true. Sometimes things are so absurd, you just got to turn them into a laugh. And actually, politics, other than the seriousness of it, which we got to take it seriously. But when you encounter this level of stupid, you got to just fucking laugh. I remember when he did that with her. You've called women fat, disgusting, cows, pigs. Only Rosie O'Donnell. It's hilarious. The fucking classic Trump, you know. Um, but so they're gonna another book about Trump, another "We Hate Trump" book from Z-list celebrities and lesbians, no doubt. Big fat lesbian former celebrities, and yeah. Oh, hey, Michael Cohen. The last lawyer that decided to. I'm pretty sure he's the lawyer. The last. I don't remember the story here. Ben Shapiro would remember. But yeah, the last lawyer that kind of went up against Trump, they call it the Trump curse. The Trump curse. Kathy Griffin got kicked to the curb. You know, um, Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know. It's just the laughing stock of the fucking right. I'm not a big fat heifer, disgusting pig cow. I'm not that. Trump is a mean boy, and he said mean things to me. I'm not a big fat disgusting cow like he said. I'm not a big fat cow pig. I'm not. I'm not a big fat cow pig. Fucking hilarious. Um, but anyway, yeah, the last Michael Avenatti. Yeah, there's a lawyer that wishes he may have left Trump alone. Creepy porn lawyer, we call him over here. Creepy porn lawyer is going to be spending some time behind bars. But the reality is most of these people are corrupt, and who goes away and who doesn't. It's like I said, it's a crapshoot whether or not you're gonna fucking roll because all of these people have all sorts of skeletons, and any of those skeletons can be brought out at any time. And by the way, Cosby, I really think that his play to purchase NBC, he wanted to buy it, purchase NBC, the television, everything. NBC, he wanted to buy it. And I think that's why they brought the skeletons out to kick him to the curb. So, you could call that racist, maybe. That's my tinfoil hat talking there. It's, hey, everything is owned by a Jew. What do you think? You're just because you're funny and people liked you that you just can come in here and buy one of the television networks? No, it's 100% Jew owned. You're not a Jew, Bill Cosby. Oh, and by the way, remember all that stuff you did in your past? Yeah, now it's gonna bite you in the ass. And by the way, Michael Jackson had some strong words, about Jewish people as well. A lot of black people do. A lot of Nazis do too. Maybe they should, start to look inward a little bit. By the way, Barbara Streisand is Jewish. Rosie O'Donnell is, I'm pretty sure she's Jewish. I shouldn't just say it. Oh, maybe not. I thought she was Jewish. I kind of don't care. Okay, I don't care. I'll withdraw that, Rosie. I don't know if you're Jewish or not. But anyway. But you are a lesbian, and you're very anti-Trump. And I don't know. Have you? There was a time that I didn't mind Rosie O'Donnell when she was doing the cutie patootie thing on her daytime talk show. I don't know, but I was not a big thinker. I was just kind of hanging out with life. I was kind of into Madonna when I was a kid, and she became a kind of a friend of Madonna. They did the movie together, and then they had a breakup because Madonna was like friends with all the gays, you know, and the ugly. I think she liked surrounding herself with ugly women, make her look cuter or something. I don't know. Rosie O'Donnell, Sandra Bernhard. Oh my goodness. I remember when Sandra Bernhard was there was a TV show, a microscopically tiny Canadian TV show. There's a comedy, ba ba ba, weekend in Montreal, Canada, and the behind the scenes. It was called the Green Room. Behind the scenes, they set up like a little TV show. So all of these comedians come to Canada to do this biggity big, um, just for laughs event. But behind the scenes, they did a show, and it was like literally just if you wanted to booze, you wanted to smoke, whatever the fuck. It was really casual setting, kind of some people out there in the audience, and then a circle of sort of chairs. And Joe Schmo and Jane Doe and John would sort of have a seat, and they do like kind of like a little bit. And Sandra Bernhardt was there, and I believe Roseanne was there as well. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Tom Arnold as well. I might be wrong. Anyway, I can't remember. But anyway, Sandra Bernhardt was like, "Oh yeah, I had an abortion. I'm glad I got my abortion." And that always shocks me, right? It always shocks me that not only did you kill your kid, but you're proud of it. It's not enough that you murdered your child, but you're going to go around bragging about it too. And all of your other lefty little retarded friends are going to clap like seals and go, "Oh, you're so stunning and brave." It was it made you a better person killing your kid like that. It's like they literally brainwashed themselves that much. But on the other hand, you go, well, it's always like leftism is a self-correcting problem, right? At least we don't have to deal with little Sandra Bernhardt. At least there's no little Sandra Bernhardt in the world, because I can imagine what kind of scrambled egg brain you know, that would be bringing to the world. But whatever. Anyway, yeah, just bragging about your abortion. That's the thing. Anyway, I wish you well, Michael Cohen, I think you're a former Trump lawyer who cheated on Donald Trump with some information because I don't know, because Trump put an R beside his name. I'm sure. I think Trump sued him and won. I think, and got a bunch of money because the lawyers are supposed to keep their mouth shut. I don't know. I don't remember the whole thing. And now, do I think that Trump is some fucking angel? No, I don't. I think if you're on that level, if you're a celebrity and you're You're doing this and you're doing that. You're doing what he's done. I think there's a level of everything. But that's the same thing with everyone. Joe Schmo, who's got his small business, is kind of maybe stretching the truth when it comes time to his taxes, right? There's a little bit of this or a little bit of that, right? A little bit of, like not 100%. Did you lie on your resume to get the job? Whatever it happens to be. Everybody has some corruption in them. And do I think Trump is like some fucking... No. I think he likes the girls young. I think he's done with the young, the super young girls. But he just, would trade him in for a younger one. But, he gave him the money. He's paying him. So I don't know what you have to say, like, whatever. Maybe these were legitimate breakups, and then the new one just came in, and and he legitimately fell in love again. I don't know. But I guess if you're a billionaire and you want young pussy next to you every night in bed, then you either are going to be doing the prostitute thing or you're just going to be trading them in. Well, I wonder how many poor women, or just say lower middle class women, would trade being a billionaire for a decade for their current life. I don't know. I know that the fucking nearly, the divorce rates, it's like these people just can't fucking divorce enough. So they can't stand each other either. Rosie, fuck off, you demented liar. Trump and Russian collusion. What is that? February 21st. Week and a half ago. Watch Trump rant about the crimes he alleges Rosie O'Donnell has committed. Yeah, I don't have a Twitter because they kicked me off. Go surprise, right? I'll watch that. Oh, Lord. So much crap. See, this is why I hate internet. My website, you just go on and you're there. Look, nothing fucking bugging you. Nothing fucking irritating you. And that's on purpose. This fucking going to websites and... Am I watching? No. See, I'm probably watching a frickin' ad.
They don't realize that if they do, they probably wouldn't do it anyway because they don't want to go away from what they're doing. Which is crazy because they're doing very poorly. Well, the social and socialist Democrats are trying to destroy American healthcare and your Social Security. They're putting...
Oh, see, I hate it. See, the Republicans are already... They've gotten the Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. They've already just accepted, oh, we lost on those, and we're not allowed to say anything bad about those things because you can't get... Like, see, that's the thing about government. See, once you understand everything, then you need to do that. Stop talking. If you want to fucking talk about frickin', ants, then go talk about ants. Just shut up about politics. If you don't know anything, just shut up. See, the thing is the biggest things that... Welfare is the biggest problem to America. Whether it be Medicaid and Medicare are the two big ones. But welfare in all of its forms. Just paying people to get by. Keeping them alive and paying them. But a Republican can't even speak out against that anymore. Because all the people that are sucking up that welfare All those old people on fucking, I don't know which is Medicaid, Medicare. I don't know which is which. Um, but you can't even speak out against it. Once you've implemented something, once you have said yes to the thing, um, you have to say yes to it forever. Like that, this makes me cringe when he talks about, oh, we got to protect our welfare. We got to protect welfare. Oh, God. No, you need to get rid of welfare.
Who violated the campaign finance laws as badly as anybody I've ever seen, and nothing happens to her. Right? And yet, Anish violated.
Dinesh D'Souza. I love that guy. He's brown, by the way. Dinesh D'Souza is a Indian from India. He's fucking great, too. He breaks down the fucking Nazis perfectly. There's a video of him and Stefan Molyneux that explains what libertarianism is and what the alt-right and the Nazis are perfectly. So yeah, she went to prison for campaign finance, or she got caught with her pants down with the campaign finance violations, given too much money or something, one of those things. And then, fuck off, you demented liar. What does he lie? What did he lie about? See, what did he lie about? I don't know. Maybe he was exaggerating. Worse than I've ever seen, and then he kind of stopped saying, because he was like, "Wow, I kind of, wanted to go down that road, but I'm going to rein myself back in. I'm sure there's been a lot of campaign finance things that I've seen. I've probably done some myself." Um, uproar after Kanye West Sunday services replaces transgender show. No transgender show. Now, by the way, I've removed myself from the left in every way possible. The fact that I'm gay, um, I, like, whatever. I don't care what you have to say or think, or I don't care. Don't care. But what I will say is this. I'm on board with the fucking people that are telling the fucking the alphabet community to go fuck itself. Tell me to go fuck myself. That's, and see, like, most of my right-winger people, they have no problem telling it how it is. And even if they go a little bit too far, I don't care. Because it needs to go too far. These fucking whack jobs. I just watched a video of I'm assuming a single mom. Anyways, this chick, who her daughter is coming out as trans, and it's is on the puberty blockers, and it's just so stunning and brave, right? It's just so stunning and brave. Her little daughter is on, and it just so happens, it just coincidence. It's just merely coincidence that this person is a transgender political activist. And just so happens that her daughter is trans. It's merely coincidence. It's not like she's forcing her political agenda on her kid and ruining her kid's life or anything. No, no, no. No, you're just sadly mistaken. It's just that she has just such a stunning and brave mom, and it's just a coincidence that the kid happens to be trans. It's just a coincidence. Has nothing to do with the fact that this dumbass broad, politician slash tranny activist, just happened to have a tranny daughter. Only one, it's 100% of her children are trans now. One trans daughter, and from a tranny activist mom. It's just a coincidence, guys. It's just a mere coincidence. As there's nothing to see here. We're just stunning and brave and helping our stunning and brave children make their way through life with um, with a no longer functioning bodies so messed up they can't procreate anymore, bodies so messed up that nobody else wants to look at. It's just, but she's just stunning and brave. This ugly, by the way, she's fucking ugly as fuck, ugly fucking chick, single mom. I don't know. I guess she's trying to talk her husband or her ex-husband, I'm not sure what he is, trying to talk him into, like, oh, he's been difficult. It's been rough for him to fucking wake up to the fact that I'm a tranny teacher. I teach people the tranny stuff, and I just happen to have a tranny kid. It's just coincidence. It's not like I'm brainwashing my child at all. Now, and you lefties, you're gonna, oh my God, but what about the Christians? What about the Christians indoctrinating their children with Christianity? Isn't that the same thing? No, no. 99% of Christians go to church on Sunday and they say grace before dinner. And then they go volunteer once a month at the fucking old folks' home. That is a world of difference between taking drugs and chopping off body parts. Okay? It's very different. It's a different thing. By the way, you can't sew those body parts back on again. And you can't go through puberty when you're the way you were supposed to, differently. I can't wait for these parents to be sued into the Stone Age. I'm really looking forward to these parents getting sued into the Stone Age when they realize that their parents fucked them up. I'm sure the government will have some sort of fucking legal protection for parents that cut off their kids' wee wee. By the time that happens, I ain't got no time for the trans anything. I mean, trans, like, I've met the genuine everything over here, and I've even met multi-sexed. These are people with both penises and vaginas. I know it all. I fucking own 2 gay bars in my life. 2. I've met them all. I've met the drag queens that are taking the drugs in order to get the boobs, to make more money. Fucking drugs and fucking prostitution and all the whole fucking dirty deeds, all of it. The gays and the binding the breasts so that they look like a boy, and I've met it all. And it's all gone way too motherfucking far. Way too far. The pendulum has swung way too motherfucking far. And these trannies and these drag queens doing strip shows for kids and fucking drag queen story hours and the fucking, I mean, it's just so disgusting. The trannies that just try to pass themselves off as normal, that disgusts me. Because you're propagating that, and the evil scumbags that are trying to talk kids into, being trannies themselves online, and then the parents doing it. The parents turning their sons into fucking drag queens so that they can prance all over the place for fucking perverts. It's disgusting. It all disgusts me. I don't, this, I understood that gay meant, kind of out there, and, like, once you're not part of the norm, the gays kind of grouped up, and they all just kind of grouped up and grouped up and grouped up to sort of, believe it or not, even in Toronto, for example, The prostitutes, your normal run-of-the-mill, well, I'm sure there's nothing normal and run-of-the-mill about a prostitute, but anyway, the female prostitutes, or at least mostly female prostitutes, they were right next to the gays. Actually, when the gay area started to, do that long time ago, um, they grouped up, and it was out of protection, to protect one another, to look out for one another. So if you didn't fit into the mainstream over here, then you were safe over here. And and they were pretty open and accepting. Because they were rejected or they were dejected or whatever you want to call it. They didn't fit the norm. They would be pretty accepting of a lot of things. But now that they're accepted, I think they have to be discriminating. And you fucking leave kids alone. I think about it for myself. Would it have been better had I grown up with liberal parents, and they were just like, oh please, oh son, we can obviously tell that you're gay, and just be gay all over the place. And I don't know. I don't think you want to feed that. I don't think you want to feed more of it. You don't want to. Gay is not good. It's not it's not the end of the world. But it. So many people say that gay equals good. And that's the wrong way of doing it. And by promoting it and encouraging it and pushing it and promoting it and getting other people that aren't really gay to be gay, and tranny kids and all this kind of stuff, it's too fucking much. They've gone way too fucking far, and it needs to be reined back in. It's one thing to live and let live, but that's not the way it is anymore, right? These trainers are like, if you don't call me by my preferred pronouns, I'm going to cancel you. It's no longer kind of just leave us alone, right? So now the trannies are the bad ones. The gay activists are the bad ones. And I have no problems pointing it out. Like I said, it used to be just leave us alone. We're going to be over here. Just leave us the fuck alone. That's what it was. That was gay activism. Back when I was a baby. But now it's like, if you don't suck my dick, then you're homophobic and I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to get you fired from your job. And tranny kids and baby sexuality and all of this grossness. It fucking makes me sick. I want to have nothing to do with it. So just as a note to everyone, all of the conservatives out there that are pushing back on the gay, keep it up. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I do it myself. You don't have to go back into the closet, but you do have to go back to your bedroom. You don't have to take it back to your closet, but you do have to take it to your bedroom. Now fuck off. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So whatever that fuck happened here with Kanye West, I don't know, what is this, so they had a better offer. So this trans performer was doing see, anyway, and so some gig got a better offer. Kanye West wants to come to town. Oh, more people like him than like the trans thing. I don't think this is news at all. But anyway, I'm sure they'll make it into news, right? It's, oh my goodness, he's so transphobic. He deplatformed a transgender person from the Singy Sing Sing, or whatever it was. God has come to God has come to Paris Fashion Week. Oh, so he was doing a fashion show thing. By the way, um, there is Kanye West being this conservative Christian thing. I think he is fucking crazy. He's wacky, but crazy. Um, some of the stuff that he comes out with is brilliant, but I mean, I don't know, and I think he's kind of a terrible singer. I hate. I'm just gonna say it. I hate black music these days. I hate it. Despise it. I long for the days gone by when black people actually were talented when they were singing. Michael Jackson's, Whitney Houston's, Aretha Franklin's. I miss, actually, but now it's all, my dick, my butt, my dick, my butt, my butt, my dick. The girls are singing about their butts and the guys are singing about their dick. And the guns and the drugs and the money and the violence. It's just so gross. I just don't, like, I get it. When I was a kid, music was kind of going off the rails too. But I mean, how far does it get? I don't know. I don't care. I just don't care. And like I said, like when you see him sing, when you actually hear it, oh, he's so fucking bad. Just so untalented. He's got lots of money and all this stuff and whatever. I don't know. Maybe his rapping is considered good. I have no fucking clue. And I'm sure the message is probably positive, given his But I mean, when he's like, yes, I am God's gift to mankind. I'm the world's best performer. And when he comes out with shit like that, I'm like, what? What? you fucking calm down. But when he went into that TMZ and he said, black people just have to stop enslaving themselves. And then that black guy in the background starts to cry, oh my goodness, slavery, oh my goodness, I'm so hurt. And then Kanye went over and gave him a hug. I'm so triggered by what you said, now I'm crying, oh. But what he said is actually 100% true. Kanye West. There's a slave mentality. Black people in America have a slave mentality, and they enslave themselves through their own thinking. If you think you're a slave, you can think yourself into slavery, and a lot of them do. And it's absolutely true. It's an extraordinarily complex concept that I'm not going to get into right now, but you can literally think yourself back into slavery. And he has done that. Um, so, I just wish that this Christian stuff that they're going on about, like they say that the black Americans are super mega Christian. And I'm like, why doesn't that translate into, happy, healthy families? It's like, yeah, this is the church of the single mom. It's like 80% of kids are born out of wedlock. Fucking 5% of these black kids, the black men, will die from murder. 1 out of 20 black men die from murder. Did you know that? 1 in 20 black men in America die from murder. And no, we're not. The police is a different number, and by the way, it's microscopically small. No, murder. So if you've got a school, right? You're a teacher. You got a classroom of 40 kids, 20 boys, 20 girls, and you're in a black neighborhood. Chances are, one of those boys, you're looking out at those 20 black boys. One of them isn't going to live. And by the way, the age that they get murdered, it's very young. It's like 15 to 35. That's like the big age. That's the big time that these kids are, and because they're just shooting each other up. 1 in 20. So that means every black person in America knows people that have been murdered. Because all you need to do is know 20 black men, and like of course, even if it's a little bit far away, it's probably not that far. It could be. I saw this one news story of this ghetto mom. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! All six of my babies are all dead. All six. All six. All six of her kids were killed. Gang violence. All six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 6. I have no more babies. They're all dead. Oh my goodness. All six. 6 out of 6. And different times. Now, you got to think. After the first one died, and then the second one, and then the third one, don't you think it's time to move? Do you think maybe you're doing something that are putting your kids in kind of the wrong spaces and doing. Do you think maybe, you can tell the quality of parents by the quality of their children? The outcome of the children are usually a good indicator of how well you did as a parent. That's a pretty simple measure. Are your kids happy, healthy, in good marriages and paying their bills and doing all the good stuff? Sure, there's a rocky road and life isn't perfect, but generally speaking, they're kind of, they're not in prison. They're not dead from gang violence. I mean, literally, 6 out of 6. All 6 of her kids. Probably all different dads. Who knows? There's all sorts of nastiness. But, so like all of this Christianity, all of this going to church and doing the Christian and doing the Bible and doing the. Why doesn't that fucking translate into fucking. Now you can say that it does. And maybe the real hardcore ghetto kids, maybe they're the not Christian ones, and that's possible. I don't know. But from what I get to inside of my brain, I don't know how true it is. I don't know. I'm just pulling this out of my butt. Is a lot of these super mega Christian black folks are talk to me like it's nearly everywhere. Like 90% of black folks in America are hardcore Christians. Hardcore Christians. Hardcore. Like a huge chunk. Yet, when I look at all the statistics going on all over the place, the out-of-wedlock births and the murder rates and the crime rates and the prison and this and the that and the ba-ba-ba and the drugs and the. There's like, what the hell's going on here? What's going on? The Christian isn't really helping out I don't know. Maybe it's a crappy version of Christianity. They keep voting Democrat, the party of the atheist. I don't get it. I don't understand that part. So, maybe it's just, they're really, really great Christians on Sunday, and then the rest of the week they just fucking, they're like your typical, not. I don't know. Oh wait, that's the wrong tab. Okay, so, next story. Nolte's good. If you do come over to Breitbart, then you'll like the stuff over here. Actor Timothy Hutton's show canceled in wake of 37-year-old rape allegation. So, Tim Hatton was accused of the 1983 rape of Fox canceled Almost Family. Just when somebody is going to try to do something, some way, some shape, some form, somehow, somebody comes up from the depths and says something and does the thing. Now, I don't know if this guy is a good guy, a bad guy, I have no fucking clue. I have no idea what his politics are. I have no idea nothing. But, like all this telling on people and canceling and telling and telling and telling and telling and this and that and ba. And, like, I don't even doubt that it's a bunch of behind the scenes. Like, it's Fox, right? So, which is now Disney. So maybe ABC or CBS is like, no, let's fuck over Disney. Because, like, it could be as, something like that. But I'm getting, like there is something about a 37-year-old rape allegation. There is something about a 37-year-old rape allegation that comes up, I'm sick of it. The Kavanaugh hearing, right? Same thing. Let's see what kind of dirt we can dig up on somebody. Oh, hey, Chicky Poo, do you wanna either a real or a fake one? And by the way, wait, guys, everything that you ever do is on the internet now. Everywhere your phone go, it's tracked. Every electronic everything, every purchase you make, they know exactly where you are at all times doing everything. You think that microphone in your smartphone is not recording when you're off? Okay. It's nice of you to think these things. You don't think that they know everything about everyone, including all of the things that you've done wrong. So if when you are about to do something and all they're gonna have to do is look up all of the electronic stuff, all the computer stuff, and they're just going to zoom in and go, oh well, here's something that we can take him down with. One time he had sex with a guy, or whatever it happens to be. And these girls screaming rape. It's just like all these fucking race hoaxes. So many fucking race hoaxes. I love my black conservatives that fucking call all of them out too. I watched one Brandon Tatum, B Tatum, he calls himself. Um, Great big huge black guy, and he's fucking as conservative and Christian as it gets. And he says everything just how it is, just like I do. Just fucking right out there. Well, he doesn't use the swear words. He's more Christian than I am. I'm not Christian at all, technically. I'm a pro-Christian atheist. Now, but yeah, he was like, you gotta stop making up these fake race hoaxes on these white people. He was talking to his black people. Stop doing this. I mean, there's so little racism in the world that you got to make it up. You've got to invent it. That should tell you that you need to check your brain. Stop inventing this bullshit. I guess somebody wrote the N-word like multiple times all over him and his wife's car. And yeah, B. Tatum is like, another friggin' Jussie Smollett. Stop being a fucking dumbasses. Really, you want to create racial tensions? See, you're just exposing yourself. And then you got the dumbasses that say, "Well, they were just bringing light to a problem that is." If it's so fucking pervasive, then you wouldn't need to fake it, right, dumbass? I know the crime statistics. The only people that you're convincing are other dumbasses like you that just refuse to see, numbers. We know what the black on white crime rate is versus the white on black. We know we have all of the data. All of the data exists. And it pretty much all goes one way. It all goes one way. Black on white. So if there's people being bad to other people, it's always black on white. It's almost always black on white. Yet if you clench your purse or you cross the street, then they're just going, oh, you're so racist. You're so racist. Well, the last 10 times that I came home after the thing, I got jumped by, some black guys, so I'm a little jumpy now. Yeah, but you're racist because I wasn't going to jump you. Huh? And here's the one. This whole thing is you walk into your building and then somebody just holds the door open and then tries to go in. That whole thing was getting really, really biggity big, big, big. And then the black guy would pull out his phone and start filming. How come you wouldn't let me? My friend lives in this building. How come you wouldn't let me in? And then the guy is, or the girl or whatever. And these people are getting canceled all over the place. Like because the black person just tried to squish their way into the whatever. Well, there's all sorts of everything. Like everything, there's information everywhere. But you just wanted to read the headline and move on. There's all sorts of information everywhere. And the one black guy that pulled out, he sounded gay to me. He pulled out his phone and he's like, how come you're not going to let me into the building? And he was like, well, do you have a key? Do you have a pass? Do you have a key? And then the white guy, with his half Asian kid, listen to this. So he's not racist because his kid is half Asian, right? So that's a guarantee. But this black guy is like, oh, I'm going to expose you, and we're going to be all over the news soon because you wouldn't let me in this door. And he's like, do you have a key? 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 And guess what? Turns out, and by the way, the white guy did, because the black guy was just too busy becoming famous by recording it, right? The white guy, the white man, young man, he's definitely a man, so 35, It turns out that one day he was out when he was a baby, when he was a young child. And by the way, the kid is screaming bloody murder. Just come on, let him go. Because kids don't like conflict, right? They don't want conflict. So when, and it could appear like the dad is being kind of hey, I'm not going to let you in because you're black. But it turns out that man witnessed with his own his eyeballs on the situation, that when he was a child, a young child, he witnessed a black man coming onto his father's property and his father saying, just questioning him, and that black man killed him. That black man who came onto his father's property killed him. And it was for no reason. It was like a burglary or something. And he witnessed it. Or actually, I don't know if he witnessed it. I don't know. I think I might be adding that. But anyways, his father was killed by a black man who was, being where he shouldn't be. So that killed that story, right? That killed that story right dead. See, when this narrative lie, the narrative lie goes all over the place, everywhere, everywhere. But as soon as the narrative is broken down, then it kill it. Right? As soon as the truth comes out and the narrative is broken, white man bad, white man with Asian half Asian son bad because he wouldn't let the black man into the building. But he was just saying, I opened the door, and no, I'm not going to let you inside. I'm going to call the police now. Basically, he was kind of very calm and cool and collected about it. Very, as a matter of fact, the kid is screaming bloody murder because, kids don't like conflict. And they don't want their dad involved in something, and running away is a very good strategy for children. By the way, children, if there's ever a problem, yes, running away is your Biggity best thing to do. Do it. Run. Avoid, escape, and avoid. Just go. It's possible that like that guy could have let the black guy in instead of putting himself in between, and um, called the police and just said a black man, sort of forced himself past me into my building. He could have, and then just been on his merry way. There could have been other ways to deal with it, but like we're all tired of the fucking, black people are just so perfect little angels everywhere all the time. So if you have a problem with any of them, then that means you're racist. It's like, well, we can see the crime rates, we can see the neighborhoods, we can see the prison rates, we can see the everything. We know where the problems are coming from. If you weren't causing extra problems, then people wouldn't be extra sensitive being around you. No, it's just you're racist. Okay, whatever. But that was quite the tangent. 37-year-old rape allegations. I'll tell you, I'm getting sick and fucking tired of them. They overplayed their fucking hand. It's time to shut the fuck up. I'm done with the ancient rape allegations. I think we need a statute of limitations, and anybody that actually decides to propose a rape anything. So let's say adulthood plus 10 years. So 28 years old. So, like, if you're a child, you get to, like, what I'm saying is if you're a young person, you're given a break. You're allowed to, you're given extra time to bring forth rape allegations. Extra time, because you need to get to adulthood, but then and then 10 years. So if you were, um, you know, raped at the age of 3, you've got and 10 years plus the additional 15. So you got 25 years to come out with those rape allegations, because you shouldn't be fucking raping kids. You know? Do I need to say that? Oh, I'm telling you, the left is doing the pedo thing real fucking strong these days. Oh, it's just so. It's gonna be stunning and brave soon. I tell ya, we're working on it. We're working on making the pedo stuff stunning and brave. But anyway, in the meantime, thankfully, everybody is still against the pedo stuff. Well, most people are, except for the pedos. But anyway, but 37 years? 37 years. So, what is he, 60? So he was 23 at the time? And by the way, like when you actually think about these things, just think about, like, if you're an old person, you get old, and then you're like, has anything ever been done to me, or have I ever done anything to anybody else? Did I just, this girl was looking at me across the bar, and she was like looking and smiling and winking, and I was like talking to my friends, and then when my friends went to the bathroom, 20 minutes later, I just walked up to her, grabbed her by the crotch, and spun her around and started making out with her, and then we went home that night, and then we fucked. But then the next day, or 37 years older, she was like, he just walked up to me and grabbed my pussy, and it was rape. Did you have sex with him later on? It doesn't matter, because I felt so victimized that it was still rape. You know what I mean? It's getting out of control. Now, don't get me wrong, Hollywood needs to rein in their PPs and their vajayjays. But it just seems like it's all just a weapon now. And it's more communism. Find anything, like I said, everybody's everything is now everywhere. Everything is being recorded, everything is everywhere. We need to we need to start thinking, and we need to end this rape shit. Oh my god. 30 I was okay. Let's just say she was really young, and I'm assuming it's a she. Um, 50. Hutton and a friend lured her into the room and basically gang raped her. So it could be a shakedown for some money, money, money. Johnston waited 36 years and demanded $1.5 million. Yeah, it's becoming a. But America has been sue happy, right? They just sue everybody fucking sues everybody. It's just like, here's a weird conspiracy thing, right? You got all these people doing all this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing. You do the country things, you do the this and you do the that. You just the whole economy. But then you just get everybody suing everybody, and then who ends up with all the money? The fucking lawyers, right? Everybody doing this thing and that thing and this thing. We're making this widget, and then we're selling this product, and we're doing this service, and we're making this movie, and then we're writing this book, and all the things. Just normal economy things happen, right? Buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, and then the fucking lawyers just fucking okay. Let's get some laws going, and let's get people suing. Let's get everybody suing everybody, so then we get all their money. Just everybody sue everybody, so then everybody's in court and we make all their money. So like all of the trade and all of the economy and all of the stuff ends up in the fucking pocket of a lawyer. I fucking hate it. I hate this shit. If you pay me $1.5 million, I won't I won't talk about the time that you and your friend gang raped me. Now, you see, I don't believe it, and I don't care. Now, I have no fucking clue who this person is. I don't care. Could be a conservative, could be a fucking commie. I don't know. No idea. I've seen this face before, but I have no idea. But I don't care who it is. I'm just getting fucking tired of these fucking rape allegations. That fucking, you only seems to come out at the time that you're probably more willing to open up the wallet and empty it. Or when Kavanaugh, when it's politically, advantageous for somebody, they'll pay fucking that Ford chick. That fucking, oh, did you see her? I'm just a little baby. I'm just a little baby. She's talking like I'm just a little victimized baby that is telling the truth. And I'm going to use my baby voice so that you know that I'm telling you the truth. I fucking love these feminists, right? They're like all strong and I'm large and in charge. I'm a girl power CEO and I'm just gonna make all the money and you're just gonna hire me now. So she's super large and in charge and independent, but as soon as she wants, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm a victim now. Oh my goodness, please help me, Big Daddy Government, please help me. I'm a it's like large and in charge, equal as equal can be, and then all of a sudden I'm a victim. I just keep switching back and forth. I can't make up my mind if I want to. Sometimes I want to be a victim, and sometimes I want to be supercharged Supergirl, large and in charge Mrs. CEO. I can't make up my mind what I want to be. Okay, um, but yeah, so it's a money grab, and I don't know. But a television show canceled. But like this is it, right? You think it's good, like him? He's a Hollywood guy and he's tippity top, or he's doing the thing and you don't think that Hollywood isn't gonna chew you up and spit you out? See, like all of these lefties who are doing all of this shit, right? Over there in the fucking Hollywood, they they think it's gonna, like, because they're on board with all this shit, it's just gonna, the evil is gonna pass them by. No, when you're evil and you enter an evil organization, it's gonna chew you up. Like I said, same thing with politics. Eventually, your time, like, you don't think that they're gonna fuck you over in order to get your shit or to fucking whatever. You think that you are, like, not going to be chewed up and spit out. Everybody loses when you're a scumbag in a scummy organization. Eventually, this scum is going to catch up with you. It's like we call it over here is the left are eating its own. Now, I don't know. Again, I don't know if this guy is some raving lefty lunatic like everybody else in Hollywood, or just about everybody else in Hollywood. But I don't know. But yeah, like this equals crap. 37-year-old rape allegation? Yeah, no. We're not gonna. Yeah, okay, girly poo. You just go back to the stripper pole, do your granny webcam show and just go away now, okay? You can just go away. We don't do 37-year-old rape allegations anymore because too many of you dumb broads have just abused the privilege. Okay, so now you just need to go away now. Yeah, that's what I say about shit like this. I'm done. Fucking done. Um, hmm. I guess that's kind of it, eh? Well, that's the top here on our radar. You want to continue? You want to go through these ones, I guess? I got some time. My clicker is going to fuck up now. Okay, James Bond producer and Paul McCartney's wife host Michael Bloomberg event in London. James Bond producer and Paul McCartney's wife. Yeah. So what do I think of this Bloomberg guy? Well, okay. So I don't know, the lefty commie, dumbass, bullshit, socialist, kitty poo, kitty poo, the Antifa, fighting the fash, all of the bullshit gobbledygook that you learned in school from your hippie professor that told you that Karl Marx was the best thing since sliced bread. Um, you know, you grow out of that, or at least you're supposed to. I guess if you live in California or um, like a place like that, and you just live in a bubble, and you're stupid, and you just don't have a brain. You're dumb, and you're gay, and you're just stupid. Um, then I guess maybe you could take that, dumbass propaganda and stretch it out for your entire life. But most lefties just, like most politicians, realize, hey, they understand the difference between poverty and not poverty, and they just want to make all the money. They're just corrupt and disgusting and gross and corrupt and disgusting, and they want to stay that way. And they understand that it's better to be gross, corrupt, and disgusting um, in a capitalist society than because there's more money and there's more stuff. It's better to be a greedy, thieving politician, in a capitalist society than not. Because we've got all of the people stupid enough to keep giving us all their money, and giving us all of their everything. You know, they just keep funneling, keeping us alive up here, keeping the wars going and keeping the debt growing, and they keep just giving us all of the power to do whatever the fuck we want to do. But it's good when they have something to give, right? If they don't have anything to give, then it's like it's like, sure, maybe you're Ugandan president, you're the president of Uganda, and you have all the power and all the control, but over what? You ain't got nothing. And it doesn't take only like it takes a flick of the wrist to fucking get you out of power because nobody's got nothing. Or whatever country, fucking shithole country we're talking about. So I guess is what, I don't know. I think the disgusting, gross, the politicians realize that, the reason why we get to keep all this money and we get to rob all of our countrymen and all of this stuff is because they make some money. Because if we become a zero, it's like, what good is our, so whatever. That's the reality is Bloomberg, you know. By the way, I had a Bloomberg machine at my desk up here in Canada when I was doing the trade. Not at my desk, but like right near it. These Bloomberg devices were kind of everywhere, and they're fucking stupid. That, like, I guess early computer stupidity, early computer stupid. They created their fucking but I guess it worked because all of the money people bought these fucking devices. Now, they weren't even used that much, but they all had them. So they were probably paying. They were paying this guy for the fucking Bloomberg device. It was stupid. It was a specialized computer with the weirdest fucking keyboard you've ever seen in your entire life. The shittiest fucking computer interface you've ever seen in your life. Just think of a video game controller. Think of every single video game controller you've ever seen in your entire life. Every single one. And jam them all into one device. There was trackballs, and there was joysticks, and there was buttons here, and there's just like this and there, and that and there. It was fucking wacky. Bloomberg machine. Yeah, I don't care if he's got some fucking rich friends to fucking suck his liberal dick. I don't care. But I mean, when he said, "Could I have the full 1.25 minutes to answer my?" And then everybody was like, and then he was like, ooh, ooh, If I was standing next to him, I would have said, "Spit it out, Gramps. Come on, get the move on, Gramps." But that's probably why nobody puts me on stage to be a Democratic national anything. Spit it out, Gramps. See, this is the new version. That was the new one. This. Look at that. This is what we had. Can you imagine? Use a fucking, the fuck is this? You actually had to go to a course to learn how to use it. The fuck? And all it was, like, it was like your stock information, data, information about fucking stocks and companies, but I guess the money went to him, and then he pushed the information. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if this was before internet. It couldn't have been. I don't know what was doing the, but I mean the fucking trackball and the fucking all these buttons all over. I was exaggerating by the, I guess. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these. 20 years? 30 years? 20, 25 years since I've seen one of these. I just remember, like you look down at that versus a regular keyboard, right? So there was this on somebody's desk, and right beside it was a normal keyboard. And you're like, what the fuck is this thing? It's called Bloomberg. What's a Bloomberg? It's where we get information from. Okay. Why does it have to look this stupid? Well, just because it was bright, I can imagine. Anyway, I'm not getting into it. So yeah, Deborah Messing backs Joe Biden. Rambling endorsement video. Yeah, she's really sticking her foot in her mouth. Deborah Messing. I wonder if her show is going to get canceled anytime soon. Not doing too good. I think it's actually going on to Peacock. So it's not going to be canceled. It's not good enough for television. Will and Grace, the revival of it. It's not doing. I mean, you want to see a fucking TV show? Um, you want to see like what she did, and she's been opening her mouth in all sorts of political ways that are just fucking insane. Will and Grace. So here we go. Season 9 and Season 10. So Season 9. Wow, it started out with 10 million. Oh, I guess they didn't. 3 million people dropped off. Oh, there's another 400,000 and all the way down to 3.6 million. Started out at 10 million, and that was their comeback year, right? Their comeback year. But when you have the big number like that, big numbers in the beginning, just drop, 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 down to 5.5. But that's average, right? And then the next season, 5.5 average, right? Next season, can't even get last year's average. Couldn't even get the year before's average. 3.9 million, say 4 million. Couldn't even get their back to the TV season, premiere season. The average of it started out big and then and here we are again. Right? Down to 3 million average. That's cancellation numbers. Them's be cancellation numbers. But they're not going to cancel it, I guess. They're just going to put it over onto the streaming service. But I'm sure everybody's getting a big pay cut. So instead, you're going to be stunning and brave and be, and she said something not too long ago. It was so, like, some black bishop basically, came out and said, some black minister or whatever came out and said, black people that aren't Democrats are stupid or something like that. And she agreed with them. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not getting it exactly right, but she retweeted it. Like, and then you should have saw these black conservatives. I love those fucking black conservatives, by the way. Fucking love them. One of them, one of my favorite. He's a guy that eats fried chicken. He's fucking Terrence Williams. Fucking hilarious. Terrence Williams does a response video to Deborah Messing. Like, are you calling me stupid? And like, he would be fucking eating fried chicken and fucking some grape pop and some watermelon. You don't give a fuck. He's fucking awesome. I love that guy. Are you calling me stupid? You fucking, what are you doing? You're calling me stupid. And then she's like, oh my God, I didn't mean to offend you. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't call you stupid. I just like, I really like the tweet. Maybe I should have thought about it. Oh, I'll take it back. And she's just going all of it. But, and I made a fucking really disgusting, I went off on her. I just fucking hate this. I just fucking hate it all. Yeah, you're so fucking, black guy comes out and calls black people that vote Republican stupid. You agree with them. I'm like, what is that? Aren't you supposed to be the stunning and brave? Oh, we love the black people. We're so diverse. We love the diversity. Until they don't vote in our way, and then they're all stupid. But we love diversity. We love the diversity. We're so into diversity. We got a whole list of check boxes, and we're going to tick them all. But don't you fucking vote Republican, or else we're going to untick your box. No, 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 no. It's like diversity is good as long as you think like us. And if you don't think like us, then diversity, we just don't talk about it anymore. But yeah, that's you're Deborah messing. I don't care what she has to say. Grammys CEO Deborah Dugan fired by Recording Academy. Grammys, the CEO of Grammys, I guess Grammys company, and Deborah Dugan has been fired. Is this Dugan from that fucking Super Mega? That's probably not. She was sexually harassed by a top lawyer for the organization, which she called a boys' club that coddled and favored powerful men. You mean all those stunning and brave Hollywood people over there are not so stunning and brave? Oh my goodness. It's almost like they're all the pot calling the kettle black. It's like what is it? Deflection, or they just put on to other people what they are themselves. They are the scumbags, but they're, instead of calling themselves and each other scumbags, they're just pointing at everybody else and calling everybody else scumbags because they just are childish and they just can't use their brain properly and understand that they're the scumbags. But no. But I'm sure, I don't know if her face is yipping and yapping in the right direction or the wrong direction. Who the fuck knows? I'm just getting tired of, I'm getting tired of the fucking, girls just fucking coming out and fucking saying shit. Shut up. Shut up. Uh, the boys club. It was a boys club. I was the president of the Grammy Awards, but I was sexually harassed by a lawyer for the organization because he wanted to put his pee-pee in my vajayjay. Yeah, sure, I've done it 20 times in the past, but I didn't want to do it that day, so it's sexual harassment. I was like, there has been, absolute questions as to whether or not girls and boys can work together. Of course they can work together. Everything is fine. Is it? Or is it just slowly being chipped away? And I'm telling you, I have seen the companies where the boys and the girls that are working together, and it's just problem after problem after problem after problem after problem after problem. Because the boys are getting the pee-pee hard-ons, and the girls are sometimes saying yes, and then they're sometimes saying no. Depends on their mood. Depends how hot he is. Like, see, that's another thing too. Is it's not sexual harassment if he's hot. If he's really hot, then it's okay. But if he's like a loser and I don't want to have sex with him, then it's sexual harassment. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe that he thought that I was in his league. Call HR right now. No. And it's just, and I see it, you see it all the time. The girls are not getting their way, or they're just, they get fired, or they're just fucking doing a shitty job, or whatever. Or they're sucking off some guys, and then the other guys want some, and then she's like, no, I'm sucking off these guys, not you. Whatever it is, right? It just fucking divorces and flying genitals all over the place. But that's so stunning and brave, Gary. Don't you understand that? It's Hollywood. We all just flaunt, we're just all rubbing our genitals up against everybody and nothing matters. Nobody's got a family. Nobody's, monogamous. Those things are so old and outdated, guys. And, yeah, but then they just kind of pop it out, right? Just fucking pop out the fucking sexual harassment. And like I said, I've seen it. And then guys quit over it. Guys are tired of the girls fucking doing all the work. Yes, I had it. I said it. The guys are doing the all the work, getting paid the same as the girls, and then the girls are just running around like little bitches, fucking whining and complaining all over the place, being their dainty little princesses, fucking pulling the fucking shirts down so that the boobs are all hanging out. But then sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, and but the guys are doing the work, and the girls are getting the credit, and it's starting to wear fucking thin in all levels, whether it be an office or a factory. It's fucking everywhere. The girls are just like, I'm stunning and brave, and I want a job. Make me CEO. Okay. Well, it flopped. Yeah, well, that's because the men are bad. Okay. Like there was this one guy that he's kind of a pervert, and he is. But this was a low end job. It's kind of just think of a bar, right? It's everybody's making minimum wage, doing some tips, and this guy, but he's perfectly nice. All you would have to do is say no to him directly. But instead, she goes to fucking HR and tells on the guy. And this is a happy-go-lucky, and but he's kind of he's deformed, by the way. He's disabled, and he doesn't have a girlfriend, and he doesn't talk right, and there's problems with it. Like he's got physical handicaps, but he loves the girls, and he works like a dog. He can get the job done. Happy-go-lucky, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Loves the girls, and then like all you would have to do is be honest and open and straightforward with the guy, but instead she goes to HR, and then he quits. Yeah, well, there you go. There's that guy. Are you happy? Did that work out okay for everybody? Like literally, the guy was like a flaky little nothing burger. Nobody would ever be afraid of him, and all you have to do is not lead him on. Don't just literally say no. But no, and by the way, this little bitch, you know, she's flirting with all the other guys. She's Miss Flirt. But again, it's like, if you're hot, it's okay if you flirt with me. But if you're not hot, like he wasn't. Like I said, he had, um, uh, he spoke with a slur. His jaw was not correct. There was something wrong with him. I never asked because he was a nice enough guy. I didn't care. But um, I treated him equally. But the girls were like, "Oh my god, he's so not hot." Like I'm into the hot guys. That's why I have my boobs squishing out over my shirts. So she wants to be Miss Flirty, 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 and then she flirts with him, and he kind of, goes down that road, but then goes to Chicky Poo in HR, right? And she overreacts and is like, "No, you can't. You're not allowed in that area of the plant anymore. You're not allowed out of this room. You're not allowed anywhere near this person." And it was like he just completely deflated. Like I said, he was happy-go-lucky, bouncing all over the place, making everybody's day better, and bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. He's obviously got problems, right? So he's at work every day on time. And, the girls, if you give him attention, he's certainly going to give it back to you. Everybody knows about it. It's like a kind of a joke. He's going to talk your ear off if you're a girl. Just talky, talky, talky. Endless, right? He'll do anything for you, too. Right? He's helping out all the girls. He'll do the fucking work for them. So you could use that sort of flirtation to sort of get things and get places and whatever. Make your day a little easier. But did he take it too far? Maybe. But I mean, she could have been decent about it too. So I'll be honest with you. Everybody after that happened, it was like she was the bitch, not him. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. But you got to play by the rules. Here, it's the girls in the workplace, and you got the horn dogs, and maybe this guy is probably, it is hard for him to get sex because the girls don't like the ugly guys. He's not super hot. So whatever, right? It's sad. It's super sad. But and then they just fucking so like I'm getting tired of all of it. I'm like and like Jordan Peterson actually put forth the question: can men and women work together? And the answer is we don't know. Can a company move forward, be profitable and productive with both men and women in the same spaces? Or is that just bringing everything down? And a lot of it has to do with the sex. Boys like the peepees like the vajayjays. Work or not work, doesn't matter. They always seem to find each other. And that gets in the way. If it was all men or all women, then you wouldn't have to worry so much. And then like I said, if you work in a factory, then you have men doing all the heavy lifting and the women just kind of doing all the light work. But damn it, they're going to scream for equal pay, right? And everywhere else. This is why I keep going on. Everybody, because the boys like the vajayjay, they kind of get fucked up in the head. They kind of get all pussy whipped. And it's like, well, it's better to just not talk about it. So I talk about it. Because I'm not pussy whipped. Um, now I totally understand these guys that are like, oh yeah, she's going on again. The wife is going on again, going on, and just motor mouth, right? Nag, 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 dumb, dumb, dumb. But it's my lot in life. Listen to the stupid, the emotional outbursts, the crazy. By the way, I don't know how the fuck most guys do it. I know you like the pussy, but oh my god, I don't understand how you do it. I really don't. Um, I mean, it's crazy. This the mentality of it's just like men are just so logical, and yes, some are smart and some are dumb. Some are but I mean, the girls are just like they're a different thing, and I don't understand how like it's just like, and then they start to scream and yell and like this, or like so many other things. I don't know, but this men and women working together, I don't know. You decide if it's working out or not, because I see problems all over the place in big spots, in little spots, and medium spots. There's just problems all over the place. And I don't think it's going well at all. I don't think it's going terribly, but I think it's probably just going to get worse. Especially when the fucking, people are just going to constantly drone at the fucking sexual harassment, sexual harassment, sexual harassment. It's just like this endless everything, right? Woody Allen to release memoir, initially delayed over Me Too. Some say he's like one of the biggest fucking creeps there is. Look at him. I'm a famous director Jew. So yeah, now you're gonna love me, even though I look like a fucking munchkin. But I'm in Hollywood and I'm famous and I make money and I can make you famous and so like I don't know why I don't know. He's always been fucking creepy. I don't, is he has he done anything good? Every single time I see him with a beautiful woman on screen, I'm like, yeah, that's never gonna happen. Yeah, that's him just putting his own fantasies onto the screen. Anybody that looked like him would be like kicked to the curb in a second, beaten up by a real man. And but just I guess if you call yourself a Jew and you put yourself in Hollywood, then you can play yourself against tall, beautiful women. And somebody out there is going to buy it, and I don't know who buys that, but anyway. And is it good, or is it just like people? Is this see to me? Woody Allen is like that modern art. You just have to pretend. You just have to tell yourself it's good. Is it good? It's fine, but you just if you tell yourself, if you look in the mirror and say Woody Allen is great. Woody Allen is great. Woody Allen is great. Woody Allen is great. You have to keep reminding yourself, and so you convince yourself that he's great, and then there you go. Um, a memoir rumored for years, once thought unpublishable in the Me Too era, is coming out next month. I don't know. I don't care what he has to say or think or whatever. Just don't care. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, because it's edgy and it's gonna talk about the girls who were begging him to get parts and then they just whip down their panties and say, "Oh, please give me a part in your next movie, please." That's an interesting concept, by the way, right? Is it okay for a woman to voluntarily fuck for work? Is it same thing with guys? Is it okay to fuck for a job? Right? Is it okay to fuck for a job? Well, first of all, it tells you a lot about what Hollywood actually is, right? It's just a place for pretty people, untalented pretty people to hang out and make lots of money. Like because if talent was really required, it wouldn't matter whose dick you had in your mouth, right? Because they just need talent. But let's be honest, anybody can do this shit. And it's never like once in a while you'll see an inkling of talent, but you haven't seen even that in decades. Um, used to be on stage, you used to have to be really good, or else everybody had a bushel of fucking rotten tomatoes underneath their chair, and they'd fucking whip them at you. That's what that website is named after, folks. They take out their fucking rotten tomatoes that aren't going to go well in the soup or the stew, and they fucking whip it at you when you start to suck. And then they go splat on your face. You think fucking people giving you bad reviews online is bad? Well, so like I said, it's a bunch of talentless fucking lefty Hollywood just fucking, competing with each other to get the part. So it's like, if you were a good doctor, it wouldn't matter whose dick you got in your mouth, right? Because that it's a skill. You just have to be a good doctor. But when Hollywood is really just, well, if you're pretty, then it won't take you long to learn how to be an actor in a movie. As long as you're pretty, that's Hollywood. It's just vanity. It's just pretty. So the competition is like, well, now how am I gonna leverage my pretty, my boobies, or my round bum? How can I use those things in order to get a job? Because, like I said, acting is easy. We've all done it. We all did it in fucking grade school. But being super famous, that's different. No, it's not. It's just fucking sucking the right dicks and being, lucky or accidental, or I don't know, having dirt on the fucking executives. There's not much. There's nothing to it. It's easy. I swear to God, somebody should do a TV show. I'm not fucking kidding. Just go out onto the fucking street in the middle of fucking butt fuck nowhere and just say, "Do you want to be in a movie? Do 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 you want to be in a?" Just keep saying that until you got your whole everybody that enough people that said yes, and then you say, "Okay, so here's the deal. You're all going to get paid minimum wage, and I'm going to teach you all how to be an actor. So we got 1 month of training, and then 1 month of making a movie. Okay, so for 1 month we're going to teach you all how to be actors, and then for 1 month you're actually going to be an actor, and you're going to make whatever kind of money. But if the movie is good, so there's going to be some incentives for them to do well. Maybe you do this at the welfare office, but if the movie is good, then you get a certain percentage of the profits, right? And just to prove to everybody in Hollywood that fucking you can just drag any dumbass off the street, give them the acting 101 lessons for a month, and then they could fucking make a movie just like you. There's nothing, there's nothing, you're not talented because you pretended to be Spider-Man. So the real talent in Hollywood is just keeping your job and not fucking going fucking the way of Robert Downey Jr. into the fucking ghetto or surviving. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Um, Rob Delaney suggests Mike Pence wants a coronavirus cure that will only help white people. Oh! So, a coronavirus. I don't even know, like, I'm pretty good with the race stuff, but I don't think that's really possible. I understand that there is scientific differences between races. It's not just skin color. But I mean, a coronavirus cure that only helps white people. And these are the stunning and brave scientisty people that we should be listening to, right? Actor Rob Delaney. Nobody knows who actor Rob Delaney is, but he said something stunning and brave now. And so now he's going to get work. He's just the kind of commie we're looking for in our next movie. So, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a coronavirus expert of any sort, but I have a funny feeling that I'm 99% certain that this is completely impossible. There's no cure for a virus that you could, by the way, there is no cure for any virus, to my knowledge, but um, if you did invent a cure for one person, I don't know how. Like, if you cured a virus, that would probably make you the biggest person in the world. Because I don't think any viruses are cured. I don't think they are. You have to play around the virus. You can't actually cure the virus. I'm not sure about that. I think what I'm saying is correct. Like the common cold, it's an incurable. The flu, it's incurable. You can treat the symptoms, but you can't, cure the cold or cure the virus. I think that's how it goes. I'm not positive. But even if you could, how the hell would you design one that only helps white people? um, Next, AOC is going to say we only have 12 years left to live. Oh, wait. She already did that. Yeah, this is the science that we should be going with. These actors of science. Thank goodness we have actors of science to teach us that. Oh, I can't believe that those right wingers believe in God. That's so silly. It was the Big Bang, not God. And and Mike Pence, the Vice President of the United States, wants a coronavirus cure that will only help white people. You're so stunning and brave. Mike Pence is in is informed it's impossible to develop a coronavirus strategy that will only help white people. Oh, that's so stunning and brave. Look, I'm no fan of Donald Trump. No, really, I didn't vote for him, and when he's wrong, I certainly say so. But when the chips are down, our nation's honor is at stake. Um, he can gargle my piss after drinking it out of Mike Pence's belly button. I guess you're gay and you don't like the fact that, Mike Pence kind of wanted to electrocute the gay out of you some years back. By the way, I don't know about that. Maybe, I don't know. But I kind of don't care. No, I'd rather Mike Pence than you, and I'm gay. Um, he does have to keep his hands to himself, but I think he's fully aware of that and needs to, not electrocute me. And by the way, I'm pretty sure now that this story has come, he's reminding me of the story. Mike Pence never talked about forcing it. It was always voluntary, to my understanding. I'm gonna get this wrong because I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that Mike Pence was saying if gay people wanted conversion therapy, then it would be okay. We're not going to force anybody into it, but if they wanted it, then it would be okay. But I don't even know that. I don't know. I don't remember. The story, it came from the left, and they're just going to be, of course, they're going to be so super stupid about everything that I just don't give it any much thought at all, and I don't care. And by the way, yeah, whatever. I just don't care. But anyways, this is just so stunning and brave. It's a good thing that gay scientist is telling Mike Pence, the homophobic vice president, conservative guy, that, telling him about, you know how you counter bad science is with more bad science. Oh my God. So, like, even if Mike Pence wanted to, was an advocate of electrocuting the gay away, it's not. You're certainly not going to help with talking about cures for viruses, um, right? For only one race of people. I don't think that's how race works. I don't think that's how viruses and races work. I don't think you're onto anything there. But anyway, so stunning and brave though. At least you hated that bigot. You really showed that bigot, didn't you? Okay, you gotta go. Just okay, so what do we got now? Jack Black um taking band Tenacious D on swing state tour to save the world from Trumpian destruction. Tenacious D is going to sing his way to save the world from a Trumpian destruction. He's going to take time out of his busy day to go to the swing states to tell people to vote Democrat. It's you hey, if you ever come to me with there's no politics and Hollywood are separate. Politics and Hollywood are separate. They're separate. They're not. It's not all commies in Hollywood. They're not all communists. It's just people in Hollywood have political opinions like every other industry. Everybody has political opinions, and Hollywood just expresses theirs. And it happens to all be Democrats. But it's not, you know, yes, we're communists, we're all communists, but it's just a coincidence. There's no conspiracy here, guys. Stop thinking, stop using your brain, just don't worry about it. By the way, is he going to be charging for these concerts? And I just can't wait to hear, the fat Jack Black tell us how to not vote Trump because Trump is Hitler. That's going to be great. Tenacious D. Is that even a thing? I didn't even know that Jack Black could sing. But thank God for Jack Black. The kind of... Oh, wait. No, he was in that Jumanji movie recently, wasn't he? Yeah. So I guess he still has a career sometimes. So he's still a relevant person. At least that's something. Usually these actors that go on the campaign trail are, kind of... They're usually retired, let's just say. But it is kind of, like if you were a conspiracy person and all of these Hollywood people think all the same way and they vote all the same way and it's like all the same and all the same and all the same and all the same and all the same. They're just like, well, I'm a full out commie. Well, I'm more of a socialist myself. No, I call myself progressive. I don't really like the word communist. I prefer the word progressive. Yeah, well, I'm kind of a liberal. Well, then that means you're racist. You need to get more progressive. Liberal, we've abandoned the word liberal a long time ago, and it's time that you got, you woke. You got woke. Because that's not, liberal, it kind of has some, capitalist, meanings to it. When you look at the word liberal, or at least before we bastardized, before we tore up all the dictionaries and threw them down the toilet, because we love doing that with words. We take on the word, and then the word means us, and then the word becomes bad because it means us. So we change the word so that we can continue on. We just keep changing the words because we keep screwing up those words. Yeah, you know, pretty soon you won't be able to say the word progressive because it'll mean communist. So you have to change the word again. Because if we keep changing the language, then you know I'm not. You know, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, all of these fucking, you know, whatever. I guess maybe there's some, you know, the country singers are gonna go out and sing for Trump too. It's the same on the other side, but I don't know. Hollywood seems to be of one mind, and they just can't shut up about politics. And they're just like Joaquin Phoenix said. I'm so happy to win this award so that I have a platform to tell you to not put milk in your coffee because milk is rape. You don't want to rape the cows, do you? Don't be nicer to the cowy cows. Okay. Okay, Joaquin. It's so you just make us all feel so much better that we got behind you. You know, we all emptied our wallets to go see the movie, your movie, and the movie. Thank goodness, right? Thank goodness we all gave you we all gave Warner Brothers all that money for you to come out and tell us to not put milk in our coffee because you love cows. Thank you, Joaquin Phoenix. You're so stunning and brave. So stunning and brave. Okay, Bette Midler goes all in for Mike Bloomberg. And it only cost him $4 million. And thank goodness we have um, Bette Midler. Some say love, it is a flower. Have you done anything? Yeah, she's been in some good movies. But thank goodness she's a Democrat like everybody else in Hollywood. I was beginning to wonder, Bet, all the gays just love you. You're God amongst the gays. Are you a Democrat or are you a Republican? Don't rate me with your hate speech. Of course I'm a Democrat. Of course. New York Knicks to Spike Lee. You are not a victim. Oh my goodness. A story in the other direction. Spike Lee. It was, by the way, it was so stunning and brave of you to come out. So stunning and brave for the millionaire, super mega millionaire Spike Lee to come out and present the best director to the Korean guy. But anyway, no, it was so good that we had a person of color. You know a pock? You know, come to think of it, a pock mark is like the hole that you get in your face after you squish a zit, and you leave a scar. Like if you squeeze a zit the wrong way, it'll leave a pock mark. I don't know what pock means there, but anyway, in this instance, it means a person of color. You're so stunning and brave, and I'm so glad you came out in the Oscars to stick it to all those whiteys, all those evil white men that made you a millionaire. I mean, all those evil white men that kept you down. You would be a billionaire now if it wasn't for the white man. Just like all of those other those directors in Africa. If you know, like you'd be a billionaire like all of those movie making black guys in Africa. What's that? What's that? Oh, this just in. There are no billionaire movie makers in Africa. None. The only rich people are in Africa are like, you know, government officials, and there's a couple of corporations, but everybody else is dirt poor. There is no movie theaters over there. There are, yeah, the people don't have enough money to go see movies in Africa. Oh, it's like what? Why? What is what? How, it can't be. It can't be. It just can't be. Because if it was just all black people, it would be stunning and brave. Wait, no, it's a shithole. Except for a couple of, you know, like thieving, you know, corrupt politicians and a couple of businessmen here or there, but everybody else is still fucking eating their dogs and selling their kids into slavery. Oh my goodness, jeez. It's a good thing that you had the white countries to come to make all your money and then shit on white people your entire life. Thank goodness for Spike Lee sticking it to the man. Sticking it to the man. New York Knicks to Spike Lee. You are not a victim. Okay, so I don't know who at the New York Knicks told this, this constant victim, oh, I'm so, Director Spike Lee denied entry to MSG. Rumors are circulating that MSG's CEO, James Dolan, didn't want the famed director to enter. I don't know what that is. But yeah, he just got like it's just these black guys that lived their entire lives with chips on their shoulder. It's just like, it's just forever, right? Chip on their shoulder. It's just like, it's just a forever chip on their shoulder. Yes, I'm going to be a victim forever, even though I have lots of zeros in my bank account, lots of numbers in my bank account, and everything is going really great for me, and and everything is going great. But I'm just going to constantly just keep reopening these old wounds, and only in one direction, though. We're only going to talk about how bad the white man is. The black men are perfect, just like me. Africa is stunning and brave, and it's only the reason it sucks is because of the white man. How? I don't know. It's just the white man. And then my movies don't make much money in China, but I'm not gonna bring that up. I'm not gonna bring that up either. Yeah, they don't really like black people in China, but I'm not gonna bring that up. I'm just gonna be stunning and brave right here in good old U.S. of A. Um, and the reason why I feel comfortable, talking about how stunning and brave Spike Lee is because every movie that he makes, it's about race. Just got a racial chip on his shoulder, and that's his thing, and that's what he always does, and that's all there is to Spike Lee. Just stunning and brave, racial chip on his shoulder, forever and ever and ever. It just never. He's gonna live in the victim mentality and just live there and stew there, and just it's gonna consume him, and that's all he is. Stunning and brave. Thank goodness. I bet you he's a Democrat. Stunning and brave. I'm a victim. I'm a multi-million-dollar victim. Stunning and brave. Okay, so John Legend. Isn't he gay? Probably. Aren't they all? Aren't they all? Isn't everybody gay? I thought everybody was gay. Isn't everybody gay? John Legend gushes over Warren. I see in you what I saw in Obama's primary campaign. Oh, Warren Pocahontas, you're just so stunning and brave. Can I just hug the woman who was the first Native American to ever graduate from Yale, or to ever be accepted into Yale? We accepted her because she was brown, and then we found out that she was white, only because of Trump. But now she lied her way into her entire life by playing the victim when she wasn't even the victim. She was one of those evil white people. But we forgive her because she's a good old communist like us, and our sensibilities don't ever really make any sense everywhere. It's like, but all we got left are a bunch of whiteys and Pocahontas. Just white people everywhere, so we have to pick somebody. So as long as you're a communist, as long as you're a communist, then that'll be good. Thank you, Pocahontas, for just being you. Thank you. Thank you. Stunning and brave. Um, See, like, this is what you're. I guess that's what you're paying for. It's just, like you get all of these. Um, you send in your money, and then they spend it on giving it to these people that you know that they pay to say nice things about them. I don't know. It seems a bit fucking the wild web we weave, isn't it? Crazy, crazy, stunning, and brave. Okay, Rosie O'Donnell helping Michael Cohen with tell-all book on Trump. We sort of already passed that. I'm gonna skip over that one. No, skip over that one too. Kanye West, we already did that one. Nolte did that one. Okay, did that one. Deborah Dugan did it. Did it. Oh, this guy just never ceases. He took his role on All in the Family a little bit too seriously. He extracted his role of the retarded lefty, the bum retarded lefty, the non-man, living at his girlfriend's parents' place while he goes to school and is stunning and brave to become stunning and brave. Um, Meathead. It's kind of, like I look back at that. I look back. Now, not everything, but it's mostly the race stuff, right? Now, I don't know. I haven't really looked at an episode and took it apart piece to piece to piece to piece. But um, when I see him talking about colored people, what was it? Archie Bunker from All in the Family. Um, every time he had a black person over that he really liked, Lionel, Sammy Davis Jr., whoever, right? He put those black people up on a pedestal. They were like, you can say that his ideas were a bit twisted, but I just don't see it. I saw that he didn't want America to become black. Just like, hey, why would you? Like, then you just have Africa. We already got one of them. And you know, he thought separation was a good idea, and it's like, okay, well, maybe forced separation is a bad thing, but forced integration is also a bad thing. Um, and and when a black person came by that was genuinely a good person, he would treat them with decency and respect. I didn't, maybe there was some stuff. I obviously, again, I'm no expert at all, but like I said, when a black person would come over to Archie Bunker's, home, and they were a good person, and I to be honest with you, I liked the Archie and George Jefferson, going at each other, the fucking digging at each other, dig, 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 dig. They kept digging at each other, and I liked it. Anyway, um, I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna say we're done here. So that is sort of Breitbart's entertainment section. I do check it out, to see how the fucking crazy, dumbasses are acting as crazy and dumbass as ever. It's just nonstop crazy dumbassville, Hollywood liberalism, um, an endless source of entertainment. Literally, just click on Breitbart and then entertainment. Um, and yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't do it very often because it's just all just it's just broken record, right? It's all the same. Everybody in Hollywood is a fucking Democrat, and they all think Trump is Hitler, and we're all going to hell in a handbasket. And it's just press play, press repeat, and it's just all the same thing. And it'll be nice when Hollywood is finally over, and then we can be done with all this bullshit. It'll be nice when television goes away, and then The movie theater goes away, and then you literally, I don't know. Maybe they'll learn their lesson, but I doubt it. Maybe they'll start making good things. Until then, I'll just watch my conservative YouTube channels, okay? And then we'll just put the movies aside until they get fixed, which I'm not praying for anytime soon. I think they've fallen off a cliff. There's no room for any wiggle room, any common. There's no conversation. There's no nothing. There's just stunning and brave, stunning and brave. Anyway, okay, we will talk to you guys later. Bye now.